Good morning, everybody. Hello. I'm just going to switch my headset around. Good morning, everyone. Hello. It's supposed to not just be me single pilot, but we'll see if Layth wakes up. How are we all? Good to see you all. Hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in at such an early time, folks. I'm surprisingly awake. I had the best. I don't know. I'm sure some of you guys at home have had it, but I love it when you wake up 2 minutes before your alarm goes off. Like you wake up naturally. I woke up and I was like, oh, I kind of feel like it's probably about 1:30ish. Let's just check my phone. 2:58 and my alarm was set for 3, and I was like, yes. No, I love it. It's because it's your natural sleep cycle. If you can wake up in your natural sleep cycle and not be as disturbed by an alarm, it makes such a big difference. So I've got a cup of tea. I've not drunk any yet. I've had about 5 hours sleep, so I actually feel relatively refreshed. See you later, mate. Sleep well, buddy. Mid-afternoon here in Sydney. Well, a very good afternoon, a very good evening, a very good morning, wherever you're all tuning in from. It's supposed to be Layth and myself for Worldflight leg number 19, out, of course, from Fairbanks to Yellowknife, which is very good fun. I've only flown into Yellowknife once before myself, which was in a 737-200, and it was rather chilly, and I would imagine it's going to be rather chilly there today. Oh, you're on delivery. Oh, brilliant. Oh, great. There is no refreshed in... I'm not too sure. We should be on the correct screen and everything like that. Gary's going to bed, so if there's any production issues... yes. Yeah, a cup of tea, of course. I hope all of you've got a cup of tea or a relative beverage of some sort. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start setting up everything from my side before Layth gets here, so that if Layth is late at all, which he already is, well, I'll give him another 5 minutes and then he's late. If he jumps in at the last minute, he can sit in the left seat and pretty much everything should be done for him, and then he definitely owes me a beer. If he doesn't turn up, then I'll just switch to the left seat and fly on my own, which I have done before in this sim. Not through choice, but it has been done. So it's not the end of the world. We can work out a plan of action. You guys are just going to have to help me, all right? So we're on the APU, and I'll talk kind of through my flows, I guess, as first officer. So checking the overhead panel, we do it in 3 strips, kind of the left, middle, and right-hand side. So we're on the APU. All of the hydraulic demand pumps are in the off position. We've got nice lighting. BA, like to put the fuel cross feeds on and leave them like that, and then everything on the bottom strip of the fuel panels is off at the moment. Window heats are on, which are of course quite important here. Aft cargo heat we don't need on at the moment. We've got all 3 packs on as we're on the APU. We're going to stay on that. Logo light, I'm going to put the wing light on as well, just because we might need it depending on the weather here. We'll go and check and see what's going on the doors page. Doors are closed at the moment, but it looks like everything else is fine. I don't believe the guys on the last sector had any failures, so that's fine. And then we'll continue on the flow. I'll reset my baro minimums over on my side, and they've got altimeter 2989er in, which we'll double check with an ATIS request in a moment. Moving on down, we're standby and off on the TCAS with a squawk code of 2000, which is the neutral squawk code that we put in when we're not assigned one with ATC. And then nice and early, we'll go and pop the order brakes into the RTO position. From there, I'll go to the flight init page, which is hopefully working now for us. So you guys should be able to see it working as I see it working. So please let me know. And I'll put in BA flight 2019, which is today's leg. And we'll go and do an init data request. And hopefully that should all come through. It is Chewwy. It is Chewwy. ACARS is frozen. Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, that we reset it. I do fly for Simfest. I'm really, really, really lucky that I'm part of the Simfest UK team. This is my 3rd world flight now with Simfest UK, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here. It really is. I have great fun. Right, I'm still here. Fear not. I'll just be away from Twitch chat just for a moment whilst I go and pull up the planning portal, which is an app that Gary's nicely made. And that just gives us all the details so we can find our load sheets and everything on there.
So goes 9104, Roger,
right, planning portal. So I'm not on chat just for a moment, so amuse yourselves. So fuel on board today, I've whacked another 10 tons on, so it's 42.7, we'll round up to 43. Ah, good morning! You've not missed much, mate. Are you awake? Well, wake the heck up. Good. You are a man. Come on, mate. You've not missed anything. I'm just getting your flight in it through for you. Everyone say good morning, Layth. Everybody say wake up, Layth. Morning.
Good morning. Hello. I'm a man.
Okay.
No.
How long have you had?
About an hour and a half.
Oh, you idiot. I left at about 8:30, and Layth was like, "Yeah, I'll probably take a nap. We'll see. I'll take a nap."
Yeah. Well, okay. I tried to, and it didn't work. But I slept just now after my last flight. We got a bit.
All right. Well, I've had 5 hours. So if you know, don't be offended if I call out anything if you're a little bit slow, fine. And the same with me.
Let's just get to
yeah,
Buffalo Airways safely.
You should be able to. Yeah, we've got strict requests to specifically park at the Yellowknife hangar. You should be able to do your CDU stuff, mate, because I've popped it through on here.
501, Fairbanks ground, hello, taxi to the rent the Alpha.
That was chipper.
Rent the Alpha.
I'm rather chipper. It's quite a scary thought when I'm chipper at this time of the morning. I don't know what's wrong with me.
At least one of us is. Good morning, everybody. Hope you are well rested. What am I doing?
Oh, actually, we're a new crew, aren't we? So.
Oh, look at your mucky hands! It's sanitation stations.
That's a new
we're
one.
We're mixing through them now, yeah.
Yes, that'll wake you up. That smell. Yeah. Whoa! Hello. We are doing another giveaway, folks. Yeah, we are going to be doing a giveaway for a SoFly Microsoft Flight Simulator guide, which is so useful, especially with a new simulator. There can be a lot of settings that you're not too sure what they do and how much difference they make. And so there's a SoFly Microsoft Flight Simulator guide that we're going to be giving away at the end of this flight, and that's for any donation, no minimum on that whatsoever. Right, so
Push and start, is at your discretion. Call me ready for taxi.
Altimeter 299 Layth, and you'll be happy to know winds are calm, 10 statute miles with few clouds at 1100, few clouds at 20,000, minus 27 with a dew point of minus 30. So, I mean, we can whack the anti-ice or the de-ice button when we're on our taxi if we really want to play it safe, but I actually think we're all right. In that regard. We're expecting a takeoff weight today for 261.4. So shall I give us a little bit of margin and do like a performance request for 265 or something?
Okay.
Or 26. So I'll go 26. Shall I go 264? In fact, just to be not too overzealous.
Yeah. Just have a little. That's a departure airport.
Correct, it is. Thank you.
I'm the one that just woke up, I think.
I was just testing. To see if you realised my mistake, to see how awake you really are.
Ground Alaska 1 over, vacated 2 left on.
And I think we're departing 02 left.
Alaska 181, Fairbanks ground, hello, welcome to Fairbanks. Taxi to
Trip time 2 hours 1 minute, that should wake me up.
Copy Alpha, Alaska 181.
At some point there's 2 hours I'll wake up, I think.
Wind 0 at 0, hello, that's the right button. Temperature, can you just confirm the temperature, sorry, one more time.
Temperature.
27.
Minus 27. Bloody hell. Minus 27.
It's rather cold, isn't it?
I'm shivering in here.
Have you ever experienced that kind of weather in real life?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
I have.
I can't actually recall what the coldest I've been in. I don't think there's anything crazy.
I've done minus 20 in just jeans at 11 o'clock at night, but it was because it was in Finland, north of Rovaniemi, and it was just as the Northern Lights were coming out, so there was kind of no time to don all of your snow gear. It was get outside, otherwise you might miss them kind of jobby.
Oh, I see, okay. I mean, minus whatever. I mean, minus 27 sounds insane. I can't even imagine being that cold. I can't imagine it.
No.
I think I've been in very hot weather, Dubai weather. But
Yeah.
can't think of very.
Oh, I love it that I've got a Windows Defender summary on here, so I don't know which button I need to press. Ah, oh, okay.
None of them, I guess. Oh, so
I can send that off. Right,
well,
that's for 02
I
left.
just looked out there and I saw, oh, I can see our wingtip, but no, it's a 330's wingtip.
Hello,
It's inside of us.
Yeah, I think there's so many parts on our stand. Hornet with £10. Enjoy the -12 in YZF and the 3 statute miles light snow, gents. We'll be fine. That's what autopilot and anti-ice is for.
Yep.
We will be fine. Thank you very much, mate. That's the first donation of the leg.
Yes, thank you very much.
And in you go.
And good morning.
Good morning.
Are
Are you ready for critical data?
Yeah, yeah. Do you have the print? Is it printed out, or is it? Oh, it's coming.
Critical data's on the load sheet in the flight plan, mate. You've pretty much done it all. I just need to confirm the 0 fuel weight with you.
Okay. For some reason my app wasn't working. Oh, it is working. Let it reconnect.
Yep. Well, I mean, shall I just pop it in just to save us some time?
Yeah.
It's 219.4 if you'll agree, which
Okay.
gives us a takeoff weight of 261.9. I've got figures here for 262, 264 and 266.
Should we do 262?
Yeah, we can do, and then I can easily alter it. We've got that if we need to alter it, if we get revisions.
Okay.
So I'm happy with
Temperature?
that. Yeah.
59?
59. Set.
It's quite cold and snowy. Let's go. Is it snowing here? I don't know. Let's go like climb 1.
Yep. Okay.
20. Yep. Mag tower 26. V speeds are 137, 137, 148.
48. Cool.
I just realised I've read the heavier weight, but it's fine. Safer, I suppose.
Okay.
That is. That's everything, is it?
Yeah, I'm happy with that if you are.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. So 148, so V2.
Yeah, do you want me to just load in some wind data for you on the legs page and things,
Yeah,
just to
do
get
that.
that kind of stuff in for
If
you?
it makes us get there quicker, then
Yeah.
do that. Great. So
3104, contact tower 118.3. Have a great flight.
I don't know what the delivery frequency is, but I'll if I pull up the flight plan now, I'll see if we've got one.
Boeing 2 Romeo Foxtrot, you can continue taxi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna actually just about to call
Clearance is 1276. Give that a go, maybe.
2 Romeo Foxtrot, roger, let me know.
76.
A magnet for you.
That's what the charts state anyway.
Qantas 100, request taxi to Layth with information Quebec.
Be the red flag 3 departure.
Red flag 3. Which runway are we expecting?
I think 02 left. That's what it looked like on
That means
that
we're going to lose
scope
our
earlier.
takeoff speed there, so let's just. And put
Okay, alright, that's fine. Well, should we, do you want to get clearance and just
yeah,
make sure?
Let's have a chat with this.
I'm going to have a look and
lovely-
see what they're departing off on that scope.
Lovely man. Delivery, good evening, 247 Charlie. Parked somewhere. We are 747 with Quebec. Request clearance to Yellowknife.
Fever 47 Charlie, Fairbanks delivery. Actually, information Quebec is now expired. It's information Becca. You can expect PDC.
Did I just hear information backer?
I think so. We'll wait for information back and also we'll wait for PDC. 247 Charlie.
Oh no!
Cringe.
Oh
Right.
dear.
We need to get our PDC somewhere.
It's definitely 02 left, mate.
02 left. Sweet. Red
Yep.
flag 3.
Yep, correct.
Yeah, that.
Red flag transition, I'm
Red
guessing.
flag. No red flags? Lost our oh, we have lost the V-speed. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I just bang them in? 137, 137, 148.
Go for it. Yeah, yeah.
137. 137.
I'll only be mildly offended.
8.
Got
Interest
190.
of expeditious departure.
We're on stand 4 as well, as a completely
four.
separate note. On the Buffalo thingy.
Buffalo?
Buffalo?
Buffalo Joe?
Hello?
Oh, I see. Okay. Is that, so we're at this terminal here?
I believe so.
Sweet.
The top altitude on the... well, I'll let you... we can all go through that, but...
Got a briefing as well, yeah. Okay.
ER...
AFA.
Well, we don't have to do a crazy briefing, mate.
Super quick taxi brief. Well, we're going to push back. Taxiways up here on our right, so probably nose to the right. We'll then just follow taxi all the way down to the end of the runway 02 left to Echo, full length departure from the left seat. V2148, stop altitude, well, let's have a look. SID, red flag 3, RNAV departure, RNAV, very easy.
Anchorage delivery.
Very simple departure really, 0 to left, we'll climb.
IFR to
Heading 0 to 0 to
Yellow.
1,200 feet to the initial, then climbing right, turn direct to Schemo, at or above 3,500.
to Yellowknife.
And then onwards to Herding, and then red flag. Stop altitude 10,000 feet. So.
Yep, and that's confirmed in the box as well. All of that's in there.
Milkman 7
Sweet.
is parked.
Your runway heading for the
right.
MCP is 020.
0 to 0, yep.
Yep.
So,
We have an aircraft stacking. He's just pushing back, it looks like.
Lovely.
Okay,
Right,
set
and
up.
we need to check for PDC, I'm guessing, don't we?
we should go for a simple brief finish off. Weather is fine, it's very cold. Obviously, de-ice something we'll need to consider and something we'll need to do. Aircraft, there's nothing deferred other than the speed brake lever, we know that. No terms something to affect us, and threats, well, it's very cold. Chewwy, I'm very tired, so there's some
Milkman 7, there's our
threats
flight plan. We're ready to
in
copy.
there. And
We'll expect the BDC. Thank you, Milkman 7.
we're awaiting an information of ATIS that is regarding your name, so that also may be incorrect. Give us.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what machine it's on.
No.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't come up with that. It just comes up with
You see
the
wallet.
IPs. So I've got no idea what machine it's on.
We do an old fashioned of sorry, can we copy that over voice, sir?
Would make our lives a little bit easier.
Okay, let's do that.
Delivery Clipper at 11, IFR to Yellowknife.
2, I think it was a Clipper 811 on the first one.
Firm IFR to Yellowknife, please.
Clipper 811,
Yes, sorry, don't worry, I'll get it.
Part of your flight plan, still, your route is still showing no.
Morning, I just awake.
To,
Me too. I just
Fairbanks,
awake too.
But everything else is correct, so if you could just fix that, that'd be good.
Any chance you could give me the UHMA clearance and assume I'm going to amend this plan, which I'm doing right now?
Clipper 811, that was broken, say again?
Ugh.
Any chance you could give me the clearance and just assume that I'm fixing this plan?
Clipper
Assume that
811,
I'm
I
fixing
can
this
just give you
plan.
the route for you if you want me to do that.
That'd be great. We'll refile accordingly. Go ahead.
Dakota 811, I'll give you that new route and a PDC.
Clipper 811, we've got the route. I just need the airways clearance. Filing it now.
Clipper 811, Roger. Once you get it filed, I can send you the clearance.
Go for it now, mate. I would.
And delivery Stuart 47 Charlie, if possible, would like to copy clearance of a voice unable to access the PDC.
Fever 47 Charlie, Roger. Give me just a moment.
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what machine it's on. I could go out the back and find it and
No,
everything,
no.
but faff.
It's
It
rather
might, be
early
on,
in the
it
morning.
might be on the laptop actually.
Are you actually awake, Mr. Layth? Yeah, I'm awake.
Right.
Do I look awake?
Yeah, you do, mate. Yeah.
My eyes open?
Yeah, just about. Yeah, I think. I hope.
Clipper 811, thanks. You can expect PDC.
I'll tell you what.
Clipper 811, thanks. You can expect PDC.
Negative voice, please. We're in a full-size simulator. Can't get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, same as
That's
us.
the problem with PDC.
Clipper 811.
That it just comes through on V. Because if PDC came through on that or something like, you know, it might be a little bit easier. But
We
when
had
it's just sent on V Pilot,
I
it's
think we've
just
had a few that have come through
yeah,
here.
it's just a bit of
It's so
a.
easy, but
Yeah, that's true. It's just a bit of a faff with V Pilot.
but
It's not great for us in the full size sim if it's just sent on a V Pilot private
is there
message.
much we can do in the meantime? while we're
I mean,
clearance?
we can do pre-flight checklists.
And Clipper 811.
Yeah, I'm just thinking
But-
there's pushback here also, like you can push on the apron without
Clipper 811,
requesting it.
Airport via the
We'll see. Well, they'll say after we've got our clearance, they'll say call for taxi.
Okay.
4000, expect flight level 37010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 126.5, block 7214.
Red flag 3, departure, climb 4,000, 37010 minutes after departure. Departure 26,57214, Clipper 811.
Clipper 811, heavy reback at ground point Nanger for taxi.
Clipper 811.
10.9. Sweet.
And Fever 47 Charlie, request advisory copy.
We're ready.
Fever 47 Charlie, clear Yellowknife Airport via the red flag 3 departure. Red flag transition minutes filed. Maintain 4000, expect flight level 37010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 126.5, squawk 7210.
Okay, cleared to Yellowknife, red flag 3 departure, red flag transition, climb initially 4,000 feet, then 37010 after departure. Departure frequency 126.5 and 7210 in the box, speedbird 47 Charlie.
Fever 47 Charlie, reback correct, ground point 9 for your taxi, Chewwy.
Oh gosh.
Ground point 9, speed 47 Charlie, and what's a Chewwy?
What is a
Chewwy.
Chewwy? Yeah, would you like a pre-flight checklist then?
Yes, please.
Pre-flight checklist, inspections and security.
Completed.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Flight instruments.
Heading 358 and indicating 440 on 2992.
That's checked on my side. Parking brake.
Set, yep.
Fuel control switches.
Cut off.
PFD.
148, LNAV, VNAV, Toga, 4000.
Takeoff speeds.
137, 137, 148.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Complete.
That's your pre-flight checklist complete. Captain.
Thank you very much. Should we have a chat with the ground controller? Let's speak to ground first.
Subjet 1 Victor Bravo, ready for taxi.
Copy ground.
That's through.
Subjet 1 Victor Bravo, roger, runway 2 left.
Oh, good morning, Josh. Welcome back.
Runway 2 left, taxi for Alpha, Subjet 1 Victor Bravo.
Hey, Digi, how you doing, mate?
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
Oh, hello. We're ready for push here. Is there a chance you're looking for all the hatches and doors secure and see if we can get some pressure? Well, can we pressurize?
Yeah, you're clear to pressurize.
Sweet.
I don't know why I went from Alabama there, but you know.
We're still in. Where are we? We're still in Alaska, are we? PA.
Correct. You can't say anything when you're making those sounds.
No, I know. I'm feeding the flame.
Fuel tank to engine as expected.
Install an iOS update. Don't do that now. I need you.
Well, if we got actually, we're pretty relatively full. Okay, wind day traveling. That's me just putting those in. Okay, I am happy if you are.
Yep. Yep. Let's go before start checklist, please.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door.
Close locked.
Passenger signs.
Not on, Chewwy. Now they're
Oh,
on.
sorry. Beacon.
Is both.
Transponder.
Is Expedia. I don't know. Auto. 721.
Auto off 57210.
That's the ticket.
There we go. Okay, right. Shall I just get those in?
Yep.
And then we're actually ready to rock and roll with push and start. What
Okay.
direction would you like it?
I think we'll go nose to the right.
Nose to the
Shall I
right.
inquire with the ground controller regarding the protocol at this aerodrome?
Yeah.
Ground, Milkman 7, we're ready for push and start.
We'll see.
Milk 7,
See what he says?
ground, push and start at your discretion.
Yeah,
Call
there
me
we go.
ready for
Alright,
taxi.
cool. Good.
Alright, let's push.
So we shouldn't have external connections. I'll just double check.
Yeah, maybe just hit the air, maybe.
Huh?
Check if any air is well disconnected, that's fine.
Back.
To the right.
Sierra. Is there a way going to, I'm not Charlie, is there a way going to Alaska Aerofuel? It seems there's no taxiway at the end.
Brakes?
I think so. Give it a go and see what happens.
I'm sorry,
How are
where
the
did you
doors?
say you were going again?
The doors are
okay.
closed, yeah, don't worry.
Alaska Aerofuel.
Oh, we're getting backwards.
I'm not familiar
Right,
with that.
off blocks
Do you
at
know where that is on the airfield?
401. Okay, are you happy to start?
Yeah, ground head for a start, yeah, I guess they are. Start 3 and 4, please, Chewwy.
Start 3 and 4.
Chaps rather loud.
Cessna 00 Sierra, roger, my apologies. If you're able to make a right 180 on Charlie, Charlie Bravo, hold short, runway 2
Off we
right.
go, folks.
Off we go. Let's go to the home of Buffalo Airways, Ice Pilots.
Oh,
I've actually been looking forward to sector for quite a
Yeah,
quite a
we
while.
have been. We were like, oh, we're flying to Yellowknife
Oh
soon.
my god! Ever since I found out I'm flying, I'm very, very excited. But now I need to do
Hello,
it justice.
plane.
And ground, wonderful evening,
Lovely
Air
plane.
13, we see you on
Oh, it's Oscar. He's flying this morning.
X-ray Sierra November.
Oh, that cup of tea is greatly needed.
Taxi to the ramp.
Into another aircraft. Yeah, it's Worldflight. That's how it goes.
It is what it is.
Start to cut out 3 and 4.
Perfect, as expected. You can
Yep.
clear those, please. Donation caption.
Yeah, I don't know why it's stuck on there.
Yeah. We haven't got to the right.
That's okay. To be fair, we can just yeet it to the right.
I'm not sure what's behind us, so should we stop there just in case we're going to get someone else?
Yeah.
I don't know, what do you reckon?
And that's 2 good starts on 3 and 4.
Let's start 1 and 2, please.
Start 1 and 2.
Have a great flight.
This overhead panel now for the stars is so much better because beforehand there was a little bit of give with it. Yeah, and you felt like you were kind of pulling the panel.
Okay, let's set the brakes. Park brake set. Sweet. So actually, we were meant to depart at 0405. We pushed like 0401. Not too bad.
I love it. I love it. The anti-FAF sim.
I don't know where they are.
Clipper 811, Fairbanks ground, hello, runway 2 left, taxi via Charlie Bravo, hold short, runway 2 right.
Oh, they're on the other side, I think.
Oh, they're that side of the...
Yeah, they're on that side, so they want to
Okay.
get quick because they've got to cross the runways and then come all the way down
Got
here.
it, got it.
Start to cut out.
Sweet, we'll just wait for the red lines.
This is about a 2-hour flight time today, folks, again, for this one.
Yep. Okay, 4 good starts. Ground, you're close to disconnect, see on the left with the pin.
Bye.
Chewwy, do your thing.
Do your thing.
Your thing.
Do your thing.
Fairbanks
just gonna do a flight control check.
Yeah, that's all yours.
Just watch yourself, gonna go aft.
Argentina 501, Fairbanks ground,
forward.
hello, pushing start,
And the right ahead.
for taxi.
Sweet.
Pushback on discretion, and we will call you ready for taxi, and we have plans to taxi.
And whenever you're ready, before taxi checklist, please.
For taxi checklist, flight controls,
Are checked.
anti-ice.
Is auto.
I think we're happy with that. Yeah, we've got a few clouds, but it doesn't look like much. I don't think we need wing anti-ice or anything at the moment.
Yeah,
we can review it
we'll
on the
check.
thing. Recall,
Is checked. As
Auto
expected.
brake.
Is RTO.
laps,
20 selected.
the ground crew clearance.
Has been seen.
That's your before taxi checklist complete, Captain.
Cool. Do we need to smash that de-ice button, do you think?
I can do it on here if I need to.
Okay.
Mate.
Sweet. Yeah, there we go. Pilot flying, my name is Layth. Hello.
Hello.
Good day. Pilot not flying is a small internet celebrity.
I hate that phrase so much.
Small or internet celebrity?
All of it.
Okay. Fairbanks ground, good evening. Speedbird 47 Charlie, request taxi.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, Fairbanks ground, hello, runway 2 left, taxi via Alpha.
2 left via Alpha, Speedbird 47 Charlie, hello.
Right, shall I bring the dome light down a bit just to give us a little
Yeah, I'll probably
bit
fall
of
asleep.
mood lighting?
I think he's gone for a sleep.
Okay,
Brakes.
my radio.
No comment.
Excuse me?
Good evening,
Okay, clear on the left.
Cleared on the right apart from the BA A320. I guess we'll just wait for him.
I think etiquette is to give way to us, isn't it?
It would be from the right, but he's not going to. He's a company aircraft. We'll be nice to him.
I suppose that's our brake check complete as well.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, nice departure there. Very nice.
It's good. I'm still waiting to do a flight in the daytime. I mean, well, the first leg was, but every other flight that I've done since then, or every other time I've been in the flight deck, it's been the night.
Runway 2 left, taxi via Alpha.
To be fair, I think I did the last flight I was in here. I was with Porgy. The flight before last, it was daytime then.
Yeah.
Helped. But I was absolutely knackered after that. To be fair, I feel okay after only an hour and a bit sleep.
Yeah, we'll be alright, mate. 2 hours.
Should be there, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I'm ignoring it. Yeah. Just anywhere down here, I guess. It looks.
No, we just push it.
There's, yeah, I can see the nav lights of the other guys ahead of us.
Sweet. Sweet as they say in New Zealand.
Been to New Zealand?
A couple of times.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't
It's
know
an interesting
that.
thing happened to me. Yes. So we've got a decent amount, 240 people watching. Where are you guys all from?
Yeah, thank you so much to everybody tuning in. A very good morning, a very good evening, a very good afternoon.
Yes. I'm interested to see where everyone's from. See what time you guys have. I know we have some faithful UK people here.
Would you like weather or terrain?
I'll take weather, please.
Weather, Roger, and I'll put terrain. We're waiting for the load, so we can't go yet. So we're no rush.
Yeah, we've still got a few planes ahead of us.
Yeah, haven't had the load sheet in the
Gold Coast, Australia, Ireland, very nice. Same time zone as us. Gold Coast, Seattle, 11 PM. Chicago, Bangalore, India. Josh, I feel you.
Brisbane, nice.
Brisbane, nice. Sydney. Shout out to Alec, who's your Fairbanks ground controller right now. Nice,
awesome.
Alec. You did a good job, mate.
Kentucky.
Kentucky, USA.
Amazing. Amsterdam, just came back from work.
6 AM in Israel. Oh, back from work at this time in Amsterdam. Night shifts. Night shifts are horrible.
Toronto.
We're getting a printout.
I can't read that. I'm going to rip it off and just say that it's acknowledged.
Yep. In compliance?
Yeah, we are.
Ah, good. What a morning.
It says revisions, but like it's lower, so.
2 from Bangalore. Auckland, NZ. Hey. 5 PM in New Zealand. Lucky guys. Oh, I wish I was back in New Zealand. It's amazing. Lovely country. Have I told you I've been to New Zealand?
Really? I mean, so there are revisions by 0.1. So I think we'll be alright.
Yeah, that's fine.
No delay.
Yeah,
Are they landing and taking off on the same runway?
yeah, correct.
Okay, sweet. We are. I see 5 tails ahead of us. 4 tails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tails.
Roger, runway 2 left, taxi via Alpha.
And that's the cabin. So,
Park brake set. Oh, look at that approach sequence. Very nice. Nice shift over days anytime. Really? Wow, okay. Fair enough.
oh, lovely. Cool.
Are you around 800? Hello. Melbourne, Australia, 3 PM. Melbourne Cup day today. Ooh, that's horse racing, isn't it? Melbourne Cup?
Oh, I thought they were talking about the election.
No.
That's a horse race. Oh.
Well, I suppose it is, yeah.
Echo runway 2.
Los Angeles, USA. We're going to come see you soon. Today's the day we visit the rest of
The only
USA.
time I'm going to mention it, but I'm quite scared of the fact that the booze cruise is tonight from LA to Mexico on US presidential election day.
Well, I heard
I don't know if that's a good thing or
there's a
not.
rumour that the booze cruise being moved.
Oh,
Or being
okay.
curtailed rather than 2 to 1, but there's a conference happening later in the day with
Okay,
the
there's a
organisers.
conference. Okay, so it's, well, yeah, booze cruise is either today or tomorrow. That's what we scheduled, or
Yep.
both.
Yep.
Depends on how well the crew is feeling.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes.
Hello, Banter. The giveaway prize for this sector, WF2019, is a SoFly flight simulator guide. Tell us about that, Chew.
So, you know, with a lot of these simulators, there can be lots of confusing settings and lots of different things that you have to learn. And guides like this are basically just a helping hand. They're written in a way that makes it easy for newcomers, but also for experienced simmers to kind of get the information that they need nice and quickly. And so essentially it is what it is. It is what it says on the tin. It's a guide that helps you to get the best out of your simulator. And you know, Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's been 2.5 months since it released now, but it's still a handy thing to have. There might be some settings in there that you're either not aware that could help your performance or visuals out, and things like that. And so yeah, so it's a really cool little product to have. SoFly are a relatively new company on the scene. But run by some very good friends of mine, and so they're an awesome company who I'm looking forward to seeing what they produce as we go on. And they've given us some awesome prizes, and this being one of them. So that's what we're giving away on today's leg. A donation of any amount is always appreciated and will go into the pot of pleasure, the urn of joy. I can assure you on only a few hours sleep, you guys tuning into the channel and watching, and the donations coming through are the things that keep us going.
Yep.
Especially as the week goes on and things get later and later, and we get less and less sleep. It's you guys being able to support us and keeping the chat busy, keeping us talking, and the donations rolling through that definitely makes it all worthwhile when we're tired and cold. But because there's less of us on the team this year, that tired and coldness sets in usually a couple of days earlier than you would than it usually would. So again, we really appreciate you all tuning in, and any donations, it doesn't matter the amount, are always appreciated.
Yeah, and I think we just had one actually.
Hey, lovely. All right then. Well, after that spiel,
You can read the first
let's
day.
go it. Oh, Hornet with £20. Hornet, I'm so sorry that's not come up as a master caution. There is a way that we can reset it. That's one, but there's a circuit breaker as well. But if I just do it anyway, because it's fun to press.
Yeah.
That might be why. There we go. All right, we'll see if that does anything with the donation alerts, there is something else
if you
that
press
I can
recall,
do.
remember we had that one that was stuck on? Just recall so it's still stuck on.
That could be.
No, it's gone now, so maybe...
That's so be it. Well, I mean, if somebody wants to test with the donation... sorry, so Hornet, £20. Safe flight, gents. Expect butter in Yellowknife. XD.
You shouldn't expect anything less from me.
Pressure's on.
No pressure at all.
I don't know what the scoreboard's looking like on the thingies now, on the scores. I think yours... Was it you got the 92? Was it?
No, it wasn't.
No, it was Gary, maybe. I can't remember. Somebody got a 92.
I think Gary wrote the program and he keeps getting 92, 90.
No, he got a 0.01 with me into into Tokyo Haneda, so that doesn't count. So I think Gary is still winning with 92.
Yeah. But we shall see. We shall see what I can do with the home of Buffalo Airways.
I'm so excited for Yellowknife, mate. I'm so excited for it.
Shame it's not daytime, but
yeah,
cool.
It's okay. It's okay.
I had aspirations to have like Mikey McBride in the jump seat, you know, telling us how to fly it in, how his dad would do it.
Yeah, so donations, I believe, of £5 or more sets off a caution.
Yeah.
So that's the yellow warning. And then the big one is £25 or more sets off a master warning, and it...
Just like that?
That timing
That's a bit spooky.
unreal! Can somebody please clip that and put that on the Simfest Discord?
That was very spooky.
That is unbelievable.
A master warning, and there it is. It went off straight away.
That was unbelievable. Float TC, 25 Great British Pounds testing. You could not have timed that
What
better.
a legend.
What a legend. A £25 donation just to test whether it's working. You absolute babe. Wow, well.
Thank you very
That's
much.
going in the pot. Dude, that's really appreciated. Thank you.
What a legend.
That's awesome. Yeah, please get a clip of that, somebody, and pop that on the Simfest Discord. That was quite good timing.
How much does a set like this cost? Well, it's like it's a yeah. It's an amount. It's a project that's been going over several years. So I don't think it's an exact amount.
No, Gary, it said there should be a command of exclamation mark cost. I think Gary a few years ago predicted it was about 80,000, but that's changed since then. And believe me, that kind of money for a simulator of this level is very darn good. So there's no exact figure on it, but these things certainly aren't cheap. And as the command should say, it's rude to ask a lady her age.
Especially a queen.
Yeah, especially the Queen of the Skies. It's a good question, though. It's a good question, one that we do get quite often. Yeah, we don't know the specific amount. But any donations that come through to the live stream, absolutely none of that gets used for the cost of the sim. We don't get paid to be here. We all take a week away from work and either take paid or even unpaid leave to do this event. Any subscriptions or bits, cheers, apart from the percentage that Twitch takes, we all send to charity, everything. Hey, old Simmer, how you doing?
Fairbanks ground.
I would like to remind you that salt and vinegar chips are pink and not green. I mean, you called them chips, they're crisps, bro. Layth, are salt and vinegar crisps in a green packet or a pink packet?
They are...
1, 2, 3, request taxi.
The pink is prawn cocktail.
Correct, thank you.
Salt vinegar is green, yeah.
Thank you.
Although I actually hate both of those flavours.
You hate prawn cocktail?
Yeah, and salt and vinegar even more. I hate vinegar in general. Is the worst. Is the devil's juice.
I'm only judging him slightly right now. I'm a cheese and onion man myself.
Yeah, I like cheese and onion.
I'm a cheese and
I'll meet
onion
you halfway.
man. Yeah, smoky bacon.
I would shake your hand. We'd have to do sanitation stations.
Chips is the correct pronunciation. I don't know if I can. If we've got time and cruise, I'll try and get onto the Twitch dashboard, guys, and see if maybe we can do some like fun polls and find out, you know, what people think, whether crisps or chips are the best or the correct wording.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can VNC into another computer and try and do it on the dashboard and see if we can do some polls.
Witchcraft juice. See, Float TC. I agree with you. It is horrific. I hate the smell of it. I hate the taste of it. I hate it so much.
Witchcraft juice. I like that. I like that.
Guess what? Fly home-built cockpits. Do you guys have more than well, there was more. It sort of is a progression. There used to be, I believe, a 777, then it became a 737, and then upgraded to 747. At the minute, only the 747 is being flown. But
If you want to have a look on the website, there's a if you do exclamation mark build, I believe in the chat there should be a PowerPoint presentation which shows you like kind of the journey that this simulator's taken, and before this simulator even, and the experience that the guys have had. This simulator itself has been a product for I think about half a decade now, almost 5 years or so.
Yeah.
It's still progressing to this day. There's still different parts being added and changed, you know, here and there. There are still plans for it to improve, and it's a real pleasure and a privilege to be able to sit behind its controls. I
yeah,
will
of course.
say.
Yeah, it really
Every time I step in here, I feel really lucky. So it's amazing to share it with you guys in the best way that we can with the stream.
I mean, it's been built by some absolute geniuses, so it's cool just to get to fly it. You know?
Absolutely.
Because I'm so in my head about all the technical stuff.
I would
it's amazing.
never know where to start with setting up any of this stuff. And like, you know, the stuff that you guys don't see, all the things behind the screens with all the wiring. There's 12 PCs running this thing.
Yeah.
You know, and so it is a very finely worked bit of choreography.
Is that a stuck mic?
It is a stuck mic.
Oscar Charlie Alpha Fairbanks ground.
So it's a pretty phenomenal bit of kit. Yeah, 12 computers in total powering. I couldn't name them all and what they do. I'll be honest, but
yeah, I don't think I could either.
The overhead's one.
KLM 148 push start at your
Obviously we've got like the instructor PC and the
PSX, all that kind of stuff.
Twitch
Visuals,
PC,
Twitch
yeah.
PCs, yeah.
There's the projectors and stuff as well. There's 3 projectors. Yeah, lots and lots.
Is that for us to go to tower?
We've not been told to go over yet.
They just had someone off, but they didn't read back. Should we read it back for them?
Yeah, towers be before 7 Charlie. No, we're fine, we're good, mate.
Sweet. Is that 7.5 or 321? I could just never tell.
The runway?
Yeah.
The nose looks slightly like a... I don't think it's long enough to be a 7.5. I think it's a 320 on.
Okay.
Wait, have we got the doors over the wings as well?
There's
I don't
4.
even know if it's that.
I think it's like a 321. It looks like there's 4 doors on the side there. Nice. Britain DC, hello. We're doing well. Well rested before this sector.
That's sarcasm.
Oh, not in this light.
You're alright, mate.
I feel fine. I feel alright.
Grab yourself a cup of tea or something like that when we're in cruise if you want.
I feel good. I feel good. Let's have a look. What is it? The 7.3. I can't tell.
I think that's an Airbus. The tail looked like it was an Airbus.
The nose looked a bit.
Should we look on that scope?
Yeah, it looks a bit frowny, like a. Yeah. You know, like a Boeing looks a bit sad all the time. Except for the Queen. The Queen looks lovely.
It was a 7.5.
Oh, okay. It'd be cool to have a view from where you guys are at. So we've had, sometimes in the past we've had cat cam, where we get one of the GoPros thing, we sort of show you what it's like from our view and have a look, you know, what we see. But to be fair, it's very similar to what you see on the outside from the tail.
And it's there was a thing in place for that, as you say, and it actually, I think it started to make quite a few people on the live stream feel a little bit nauseous with the movement. Because if you've got a big screen and you're constantly moving a camera around, it made people feel a little bit motion sick. So it's only fixed cameras in the sim at the moment. I don't know whether maybe if we've got some downtime or something like that, I might do some sort of a tour around on my phone or something, or create a video. For this year we were going to be trying to up our production game. I really wanted to record some like interviews with the crew, and things like that for the downtime, and do like a tour of the sim and have some stuff when we're on the turnaround screen. Obviously, this year everything has changed in many different ways, and so it's just something that's been kind of pushed down the list. So hopefully for Worldflight 2021 we'll have some, I really want to try and up the production game to that next level on this stream for Worldflight, and as I say, like have some little 2-minute interviews with the crew just so that you guys can get to know them a bit away from the stream when we're live, although you hear from us enough anyway. Yeah, like tours and little things like that, bits and bobs here and there. So if you guys have got any like recommendations on those kind of things that you'd like to see, we're always really receptive of feedback. We've got a Discord server where you guys can come and chat to us on a daily basis, and there's a really cool community growing on there as well. We like to play some games as well on there, and you know, invite viewers in occasionally to play some games of like Among Us and stuff like that. So even though the SimFest team isn't live every week of the year, we try and keep ourselves in touch with the community through various different ways. Is it full motion? It's not full motion, but it doesn't need to be. We've got wraparound visuals that give us over 270 degrees of visuals with 3 projectors, and so it feels like it's moving. We've also got advanced butt kickers in the seats, so for example when you're rolling down the runway you'll feel the bumps and things like that. So it's not full motion, but it doesn't need to be. You genuinely feel like you're moving.
Good evening, Anchorage
Yeah,
Ground. This is,
exactly. Yeah.
Frontier
The motion just gives you. I think you said that the views make it feel like you're in motion.
Yeah. So because of the way that how well the projectors are done, and because of the pure scope of them, and the fact that they're not warped, you'll see there are so many simulators, fixed base sims, and even motion ones where they don't do the projectors properly, and it kind of warps out the side. And but there's none of that here. Everything is in proportion the entire way round. And so it doesn't feel like it's the visuals moving with the horizon. It feels like the shell of the flight deck is the one that's moving.
Flashing his landing pad. Look in front of
Yeah,
him.
he is. Like, hurry up, move along.
But it's important to say, actually, another thing about the wraparound for us, we can't see any ceiling or floor of the projector room. We are, even if we're moving forward a little bit, we are perfectly engrossed in this sort of world with the projector. It's like we're flying a real plane. If I look to get to here to see the roof, I get to here, but really, like in a normal position, even if you're moving your head slightly, it's still in the realism. Chewbacca, morning.
Go back to sleep. It's 4:24.
Yeah, it is really early.
Crazy woman.
I'm feeling great. Chewwy's feeling amazing.
I'm feeling dun, 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 dun. I better not sing that. Becca hates him. You are going back to sleep. Okay, bye. Good night. Sleep well. Love you.
Pub 8 is Becca for you. Yeah, there was 8
Oh, can you get a screenshot of that and send it to her, please? 787 Flyer. Actually, I think she'd appreciate that. Sleep is overrated. It's Worldflight, bro. Sleep's a secondary thing. Flying planes is way more important.
Exactly. Yeah.
You used to have a school so submarine bridge. Oh wow! Just the way it was built, you could feel yourself correct in the rolling of the ship. That's so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Well, I suppose in submarines the visuals aren't the big thing, are they? Oh wow, a shark.
do you get much ground effect in that thing? Yeah.
I was thinking about this. Do you reckon like submarines, like they hit fish and stuff? Like, you know how we have bird strikes in planes?
They have fish strikes.
Yeah, doing like, oh, you're taking a hit from a great white.
Occasionally get caught in a fishing net,
Oh god, yeah. There's a lobster pot right there. We'll go past.
I'm just gonna go out back and get the fishing net out from the rotors at the back. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine what. I guess I don't know. They go lower than anything.
I'd love to go and visit on a submarine, but I mean, it's so claustrophobic, and I don't know how long I could stay on there for.
Yeah.
Because they stay on there for months, don't they? It's pretty crazy.
Who was it? It was the this Navy land sub. I'll explain as the username, I suppose.
Fairbanks Ground.
Night, Lala.
In the Cirrus, doesn't move, but it's 12 feet tall. Yeah, so it was a very similar to what I had when I did my training in a DA-42. We had a very similar wraparound screen, and you have actually what they used to do there, they take they find a plane which had a defect in manufacturing.
Yeah.
They then take its fuselage and ship it as a simulator. So if you can't fly the plane, you can just sim. So it's basically the real thing, but they reused it as a simulator. And you sit there, you close the canopy, and it's just like a real thing. It's fully wraparound. But
Let's see if you want to go to tower.
yeah.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, you happy for us to switch to tower?
Speedbird 47 Charlie. Hate to hear you want to leave me so soon. You can switch over to tower 118.3.
Oh, feel bad.
Have a great flight.
We don't want to leave you. We are just excited to fly great planes. Speedbird 47 Charlie will go to tower 1183. Good morning. Good evening. Good morning. It's morning.
Good day.
Can you tell me what departure was? 1265 was it? You got it on your.
1265 AFM.
I'll put a bit of that on now, so you can probably see where you're going. I just thought I'd turn it off to be polite.
Oh, look at the snowy. Oh, I hope
it
the
looks
wings
so cool. I don't even know what scenery this is, but it's really sick.
I hope the wings are de-iced. I think they are.
I'm gonna. Don't worry. Don't you worry, darling.
I'm just having flashbacks of Fraser's flying. Maybe that's up. Catch you guys later. You're gonna miss takeoff, but yeah, catch you later. Hopefully back in time for the arrival. Becca, well, Chewwy looks good. He's had a 5-hour sleep. I've had about an hour just now, but I feel great. I feel fine. I'm not complaining. It's okay.
Percentage contamination coverage 0.00000.
Good.
All right.
Can you check the icing contamination level for me, please?
On the what?
Still 0.00000.
Correct. Do you want me to check every minute?
Quick check again, please. No, perfect.
Do you want wing anti-ice or anything once we're airborne?
I mean,
We can't on the ground,
it's quite
obviously.
patchy cloud. I don't think we'll need it, to be fair. We'll just wait for the caption. If it comes on, we'll stick it on.
Yep. Yeah, if the Nacelle anti-ice is, that's fine. Yeah, because we can't arm it on the ground, obviously.
Yep.
I think it's aerosoft. Yeah, it's nice scenery, actually.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
I really want to fly to Tokyo Haneda in my own sim when I get home now. I want to do like a long haul into there after the other day.
Oh, it's fine.
What's
Dutch Fish Program, then I'm waiting. My first Worldflight. See you in yellow.
Oh, brilliant!
Awesome. That's what it's all about. It's good to see you guys joining for your first time or for your 20th time.
Would you like your before takeoff checklist?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Before takeoff checklist. I'll do that when we line up.
Yeah.
Final load sheet.
Is acknowledged.
Flaps.
So 20.
Trim
is 4.5 and 0.
Takeoff briefing
is dated fine.
Yeah. Runway speeds, EPR and VNAV.
Set.
I got told off by Peter for just saying sat on that one, but that's what the checklist says.
Yeah.
Cabin report
is received.
And the transponder
is Tara.
Good. That's your before takeoff checklist complete.
Complete.
Yeah, I got told off by Peter. Runway speeds, EPR, VNAV. I guess it's just runway 02 left. Speeds are in the box and show them on there. 2 left, line up and wait. We were 47 Charlie. Good morning. Yeah. So I just read it off there, I think. Right. Okay. Line up and wait. Let's go and turn a bit of that, a bit of that, and a bit of that on. I'm way too awake for this time of day. What's wrong
it's good.
with me?
At least you are. Saves me having to do much talking.
It's weird that I'm used to not talking that much, you know.
Oh, it's not. If you're not talking, I think you're in trouble.
I have to do donations to get Chewwy to shut up.
Night, Becca.
Good night.
See you in 3 hours. Might just catch our arrival. Well, I think
no, 2 hours flight unless we've got delays.
We'll see.
Oh, I'm glad we departed when we did.
Oh my word! I was down Belfast.
I'm very glad we departed when we did.
126, 7.
Hey DJ, how you doing today? Yeah, we're in the Landor livery, but we operate as GBNLL, which was the famous 747 that put a wing into a hangar in Johannesburg. And
whose
so
tiller we actually used to taxi around with.
We've got the real world tiller from that aircraft, and we've got the plaques and everything. So, but we use the Landor livery. We used to use the BOAC livery, but repainted to Landor because, let's be honest, Landor's the best.
Landor is the best. I mean, that is better, the Landors.
The Darren Bathurst 747.
Bathurst.
I don't know if you guys can see that. But
Darren Bathurst.
I wish everybody had the model matching so they could see that.
Hey, it's Chewwy. Oh,
and it's Layth. Hey, it's Layth.
Hey, hello.
I'm going to take a picture of it. I actually haven't taken any pictures in the sim yet so far.
I've taken a few of that.
I think once we're airborne and stuff like that, I might take a couple. But to be fair, it's been mostly night, so there's not really much point taking too many night photos.
Yeah, true. It's a bit tricky to get anything at night.
Yeah, we're very well, thank you. Kyra M, how you doing today? And it's Layth.
And it's Layth. You said that.
So.
Speedbird 47 Charlie Heavy, wind calm 2 left, clear for takeoff.
Takeoff 02 left, speedbird 47 Charlie. We're not at Heathrow.
Well, let's go with a Buffalo. Setting thrust.
Checked. Thrust set.
Thank you.
This is Air Canada 691 on the island for 02 left.
Air Canada 691, heavy, Fairbanks Tower, 2 left, continue.
80 knots, you're through, sorry.
Perfect.
Continue Air Canada 691 heavy.
Milk 7, Fairbanks Tower, 2 left, line up await. Caution, wait till the departing heavy, Boeing 747.
Line up with wait. Runway 2 left, Milkman.
Rotate.
I'm the milkman.
Gotta remember the ground effect through 9 degrees. Yeah. What's your rate?
Gear up.
Gear up.
By launch too.
LNAV.
Checked. I got the trim right.
That's what it said in there, so.
Yeah, it's worked perfectly.
What's our FNAV speed?
Good. Past the 1200, we'll start this turn.
47 Charlie Heavy, contact departure, good night.
126.5, speed 47 Charlie, good night. Look at the lighting, wow. Departure, good morning, good evening, speedbird 47 Charlie through 1700.
Speedbird 47 Chewwy, Fairbanks approach radar contact, I'm going to maintain 15,000.
I maintain 15,000, speedbird 47 Charlie, good morning.
Flaps 10.
Flaps
Good
10.
evening.
Good evening, good morning. Definitely not evening here.
7:33 in Fairbanks, I'm totally in Fairbanks. Sounds at 1 Victor Bravo, contact Anchorage Center 120.9.
Center on 120.9, that's Sunjet 1 Victor Bravo. Good morning.
Good evening.
Flaps 5.
Flap 5. Round for you.
Thank you.
We're going to take off from Fairbanks. PAFA is the ICAO code. Departure nicely avoids most of the clouds, it looks like.
Yeah, might get some here. Flaps 1.
Flaps 1. Does the sim move upon climb? It's not a motion sim, but we've got wraparound visuals, so it feels like we're moving. It tricks your mind.
Left command. Ah, felt nice to fly. Good. Sweet. So I have weather my side. You got terrain your side of you?
Yep.
Anything interesting on terrain?
Oh.
Sweet.
Flaps up.
Oh, yeah, flaps up, please.
Flaps up.
Now for takeoff checklist.
After takeoff, checklist, landing gear.
Up and off.
Flaps.
Up.
Aircon and pressurization.
Yeah, all checked, yep.
And then we'll hold it at the line for the altimeters.
Yeah, okay.
As we're not cleared above. Great. Well, there we go, folks. We're en route. About a 2-hour flight time expected. We took off 4 minutes ago, so you can do the maths.
Yeah, 6:40 I reckon at the minute. It'll be daylight when I go outside again.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I'll go sleep another 7 hours.
Oh, awesome, Josh. Yeah, I love the Anada.
Nope. Man 7, no Fairbanks approach radar contacts the altitude.
We are passing 1,500.
Roger, climb and maintain 15,000.
Fly direct Lamborn.
Maintain, climb and maintain 15,000, Milkman 7.
Milkman.
Milkman. We just took off from Fairbanks in Alaska. We're going to head to Canada. 10 checks, please.
10, 4, 15.
And we'll
on 29902.
Release the passengers as well.
And we'll release the passengers as well.
We cleared to 15, yeah?
Correct. Yeah, 10
Right.
for 15.
Sweet.
Direct Harding.
Harding. How many airports are there?
No.
Really haven't got many options.
Yeah, that's saying that it might just be fun if we've got a little bit of time just to kind of think about those things and put some things in. What options we've got? We've got quite a lot of fuel on board, 40 tons.
Yeah.
Estimated to land with 24. So
we've got time.
Yeah, we should be okay with that. Great. Thank you all so much for tuning in again. 250 of you at 4:36 AM local time here in the UK is absolutely unheard of, I think, on the Simfest stream.
Good effort, isn't it?
Oh, it's
good
so
effort.
cool. So good.
Blackout blinds are the best thing you ever bought, yes, I can agree with that.
A-firm.
They are amazing.
A-firm, yeah. I think I might get some in my bedroom now, actually. I need to get a new bed and redo my room after redoing the studio, so I think that will be a...
Mate, your life will change.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, contact Anchorage Center 120.9 or C round.
120.9, Speedbird 47 Charlie. Good evening, good morning, good night.
Good afternoon.
Anchorage, hello, Speedbird 47 Charlie through 1334, 15,000.
Forever night time, yeah.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, Anchorage Center. Hello, climb and maintain flight level 370.
I maintain flight level 370, good to hear you. That is a voice I definitely recognise. 370 there you go.
Is that standard?
Yep, standard set, and that's the last action on the checklist is altimeters.
Perfect, I'm happy with that. Sweet.
Off we go.
Let's go. Boston to Heathrow 747. Very nice. Very nice. The jumbo is good to fly. Look at that moon up there. Massive
It's
moon.
stunning, isn't it? Would you
Awesome.
guys like us to turn the dome lights up a bit? Are you happy with the lighting? We can turn it up or down depending on what you guys would like, or we can just leave it where it is. Kind of turned it down a little bit just for departure, but yeah.
Let us know what you guys think. Oh, yeah, so who's flying along? We saw quite a long queue there at the hold point. I guess we got out quite lucky.
Yeah.
Normally we get stuck at the back of those queues,
Yeah.
so it's good to get out when we did. But obviously we saw Clipper, one of the teams flying along with us. There's quite a few teams flying this year. But yeah, anyone in the chat flying along? I know Josh usually flies along with us this sort of time.
It's a very small revision, but I'm just gonna pop it in.
Okay, sure. 787 flying was controlling. I think we spoke to you. Turn it completely off. They don't even want to see us. They want the domes off. If we turn the dome off, I'll wake up in an hour when we get there. I won't be here to miss you anymore.
Monitored rest. That's the thing, isn't it?
Huh?
Monitored rest?
Controlled rest.
Controlled rest,
Controlled
sorry.
rest, yeah, yeah,
Controlled
yeah.
rest, yeah.
Checking it.
Yeah, I'll take a 25-minute nap and then wake up 4 hours later.
It wouldn't be the first time that's happened on Worldflight.
Yeah.
I think
Is it Dave?
Matt Weddle and Dan
Matt Weddle. Yeah.
were talking about, in the early days in their 737 sim, they had a long, like, 5-hour leg, and obviously in a 737 it takes even longer than with the beauty of the Queen of the Skies, and they, and Matt said to Dan, right, you know, you've had an hour, I'll have an hour, and they both woke up, you know, sometime later. Donation, and a big one. What do we got?
Float TC, £25. Second year on Worldflight, and glad there's no South American routes with mountains on one side of the runway. Peru, in brackets.
That was, yeah, that was Lima, Peru. I think I did that leg, or yeah, I think I arrived into Lima, Peru last year.
Don't mention Don Contin.
Don't.
Don Contin this year.
I've still got to do that. Please say hi to Buffalo Airways when you land. Oh, don't you worry. Don't you worry.
I'm
Oh,
a massive Ice Pilots fanboy. I will be saying hello. I think we've got to park in front of the hangar though. I know maybe out the way or convenient, but we have to park at the hangar.
Thank you so much, Flo. Cheers for the donation, my dude. That's really appreciated. That's £50 for you on this sector alone, and I know that's not your first donation this week, so really appreciated. Thank you again. That's the kind of thing that helps keep us awake at this time of the morning after little amounts of sleep. Who's on the next leg? Absolutely no idea at all.
I know Gary's doing it. I don't know who he's doing it with. I think Gary and Fraser are next.
Okay.
At about 7 AM.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we are planned, I think our arrival time is planned to be 6:40 schedule, ETA 6:40. We are
Spot
bang
on.
on. Bang
So
on
we're looking
ETA.
good. And then, yeah, where are we going after this one? Edmonton.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, CYEG, it's Edmonton, because then I'm in the one after that to Seattle. So yeah, me and Mr. Matt Weddle are doing Edmonton to Seattle, which would be lovely. I'm looking forward to that one a lot. And you, the next time I think you and me are flying
is
Kathmandu.
Really?
I think so.
Am I in the right seat for that?
I think so.
Oh.
I'll double check on my.
Oh, sure.
Oh, I don't know. I can try and double check later, but I
Yeah.
think it's you and me for Kathmandu.
That'd be fun. Kathmandu's lovely, isn't it?
See you later, Incarnate. Thanks for tuning in, my dude. Yeah, no worries, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much, Incarnate. Always good to see you in the chat. Always good to see everyone in the chat, really. It's great to have 240 of you this morning.
It's lovely to see some familiar names and some new names.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, it's been cool the amount of new people that have sort of come into the chat over the last 3 days.
Yeah, lots of people
just
asking
wanted to get in
whether
touch,
it's a real
wanted to-
plane.
Yeah. People who are just, you know, have even heard of Worldflight, joining us along on the VATSIM network for a flight or two. You know, you don't have to do all 49 legs. That's our job. You just come keep us company, keep us awake, really.
Yeah.
And you can do that several ways. Talking in chat is a great one. You know, if you haven't got the money to donate, don't feel obliged to. Just have a chat with us in the chat, keep us awake. If you want to donate, then it's more than welcome. It's all for the Lullaby Trust. Really, really worthy cause. What leg is the longest leg? Well, there is one leg I believe Johnny's doing, which he keeps mentioning. It's about 5 hours
Yeah,
long.
I think there's a couple. I think there's
to
one
Port
or two
Moresby.
5-hour legs. Or like, well, it's like 5-hour block times, so the legs won't be quite as long as that.
Especially those are the ones when we start heading back from Europe that way. I remember I was there when we were planning the route, and we had a world map. We were putting like dots on each airport we're flying to. We got to about Moscow. We were like, okay, done pretty short legs, you know, like Paris, Dublin, Amsterdam to Copenhagen, Helsinki, Moscow. We were like, great. Now how do we get back to Sydney from here?
Yeah.
And it was like, find some airports that have good scenery. So it was okay, but we did it one leg, and I think it was just like we got a ruler out, well, we did by thumbs. So we were like, that's 6 hours there, fellas. We were like, oh, we can't do that. So we tried to make it as manageable as possible for a single sector. I think our limit is about 5 hours, I think. Although last year there was a 10-hour, you guys?
Well, it was split into 2 legs. So the way that we were going to do it was there was going to be 4 of us or 6 of us in the flight deck total. And the task was the Simfest long haul challenge of both of those sectors staying in the flight deck the entire time. You couldn't leave the flight deck. It turned out that out of those 6 people, the only people who did it was me and Johnny.
Yeah.
We didn't leave the flight deck at all for 10 hours, and it was somewhere to Honolulu, and then Honolulu to I think it was Portland, and the approach to Portland was a little bit delayed, shall we say?
Just a little bit.
So after 10 hours straight in the flight deck, and me and Johnny were flying the second sector as well. So we were pretty wiped out after that, but it's part of the fun of Worldflight.
Yeah.
And you know, we had some really good fun along the way. It's just part of the parcel. You get different experiences with Worldflight every year.
All part of the fun, it really is.
Absolutely.
It's 1 week where we all sort of detach from our real working lives, all that kind of stuff, and come and just have a great time with some great people and raise some great amounts of money. I mean, last year we raised over £43,000. This year we raised over 12,000 so far already, which is incredible. When our initial target was just shy of 7,000, I think.
Yeah.
So we've already smashed that target.
Hey!
Donation!
Go on, Layth, you get that one, mate.
That's a long message coming out there. Let's have a look. Who's it from? It's from Cleveland Control.
Hey!
Thanks for flying to Alaska. It's a great pleasure every year to do my small part of controlling 1 or 2 sectors. This year I got Anchorage Center. It was amazing, but I'm about to pass out now after almost 5 hours. Keep up the good work, guys. Cleveland, thank you very much for your ATC. You know, that is also an invaluable part of contributing to the event. It's, you know, obviously donations are what helps charity, but there's a lot of things that come into it that help us, like people being in the chat, people controlling us on VATS, and people flying along with us. You know, it's all about raising awareness for the campaign. So thank you very much for being on Anchorage for 5 hours. I've been there as a controller many years. I've done stuff like Cross the Pond, where you're on for like 7 hours, and it's you don't really think about it. The time flies by, but when it's all over, the traffic's gone, you are absolutely knackered. So I really feel your pain. Thanks so much for your dedication, and have a good rest, a well-earned rest, maybe even a beer if you'd like, if you're of age. I have to add that disclaimer now, don't we? If you're of age, have a beer. The leg from Gander is 3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple of like 5-hour block times, but it's nothing too crazy. It's nothing too mad.
Good morning from your departure controller out of Fairbanks. Hey, Tantalus, hello. Good morning. Offline. I've lost my connection.
Huh?
My iPad's gone. Lost internet.
Let's come back. Top right says it.
Yeah. My chat may be slightly out of date.
Would you like a cup of tea once we get to the climb?
Yeah, are you offering? Yeah,
I'm
okay.
gonna go make another one. So.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Sugar?
Yeah. Sugar.
1, 2, 2. We've got your, I think, your mug's back there, so...
Oh, mine's over here with water in it.
Okay, cool, that's fine. I'll take that then.
Some more water. Just trying to stay hydrated.
Yeah. That is one of the absolute critical things in Worldflight is hydration. And I'm not just talking about the frothy coffee kind.
I mean, you know, previous years, you'd think if anyone drinking from one of these cups, it would literally be frothy coffee. But this year, it's most of us either have Pepsi or water.
It's quite scary how little frothy coffee is being consumed this year. I mean, we are on like a third of the team, so that might be a reason. But
I think it's because we're all sort of trying to look after ourselves because we're doing such taxing things like, you know, we're sleeping 4 or 5 hours and flying, sleeping and flying. If we're getting drunk, it's not going to do us any favours. But
no, Hardy,
there will be some.
Yeah, I should have bought. I'll be honest with you, I completely forgot. I packed absolutely everything else but that.
What, the sneak drinks?
Sneak stuff. Yeah, it does work.
I'd like to try one actually.
It does work. The blue raspberry is phenomenal.
Oh,
right, that's one to go, sir.
Perfecto.
And then, as long as we're happy and nothing comes up, I'll go and grab us a drink.
Yeah, sounds good.
I need another cup of tea. Speed VNAV path.
All good.
Thank you very much. You have a good evening. You've been 52.
It's only about 2 hours, Verity. I think we'll be alright, mate. It's okay.
Yeah, won't be too bad.
Chill.
Ew, sugar and tea. Yeah, Josh, milk 2 sugars, perfect. Tea's all round, tea's all round. Unfortunately, in this red eye sector, all our crew are asleep, so we have to make our own tea. Can you believe it?
I don't mind. Cool. Right, okay folks, yeah, put your tea orders in the chat now and I'll get them sent across to you. They might arrive by next year, but if, actually, that's a very good point. If you do want to make tea or coffee or any other sort of beverage in one of these CYZF mugs, you can have one. These aren't just reserved for the crew. If you send in a donation of £15 or have already done so, there's, I believe there's a form you can fill out in the chat or that's on the website, simfest.co.uk, where you guys can pick up one of the mugs and we'll send one to you. So it's a donation of £15 or more for a Simfest mug, and if you want to tally it up to £25, you can also get a Simfest key ring as well.
Yep.
I don't have an example of it, it's on my keys in
They arrive
the
Wednesday.
house. They arrive Wednesday, cool.
Yep.
I love how our shirts still haven't arrived.
Yeah, well, but they're not different to this last year's shirt anyway,
but
so
it's nice to...
They're coming Thursday.
I always wear a shirt underneath
Yeah.
my main shirt just so that they stay a little bit more fresh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, so if you want to have your own Simfest mug, you can do.
Exactly.
Right, I'll be back shortly. Layth will entertain you by singing you a song.
Well, you can't put me under that sort of pressure. I can't sing, and we'll probably lose all our viewers if I start singing. But what I will do is I'll have a chat. I will have a chat. I can do chat. We can chat. It'll keep me awake as well. Looper, no, we're not selling these this year, unfortunately. We sort of had to kind of curtail our merchandise purchasing because with the situation, we weren't sure exactly what we were going to be able to buy, if the event was going to go ahead, that kind of stuff. So we sort of downsized our merchandise, but potentially next year we may look into doing hoodies again. They were very popular last time. We were selling them last year. WestJet 101 taking out the Max in the new paint tonight. Lovely. I fly long hauls for 3 hours or less. It's quick for me. Yeah. When I flew to New Zealand, it was a sort of double whammy. You fly from London to Dubai, Dubai to Auckland. It's a 24-hour, 24 hours in the air, and you have 2 hours in the middle, so 26 hours. So you do that. I did that 4 times, there and back twice. When you do a short flight here, a short haul flight for 3 hours, as a passenger, it feels like nothing when you've sat in a plane for 24 hours. But yeah, longest flight we've done in this sim. So it's actually quite funny. So we have a 747 simulator, which is obviously a long haul aircraft, but we don't do many long haul flights because it's not that enjoyable really if we just sat in here, especially if there's no ATC or anything like that. They're doing long haul. So longest flight we've done. Well, last year, we have some long flights every now and then across the pond. In Worldflight as well. So sorry, Worldflight has some long flights in. But Cross the Pond is an event we sometimes do every, maybe out of the year or whatever. It's been done in the past, so that might be one of the longer flights we've done. But really, long haul flights aren't really done in this sim. It's more for like the odd, sort of the odd hour, 2 hour leg, if we're doing normal events away from Worldflight. Or if we are flying Sea Santa in the holds there for hours, that increases your flight time drastically. But yeah, normally Worldflight is our flagship event every single year in around October, November time. always have this event. We always fly around the world raising money for charity with our partner teams. One of them you keep hearing there on the radio is Clever 811. There's loads of other teams that are joining us who are also raising money for great causes. A lot of the Australian teams are raising money for the Royal Flying Doctor Service. I believe Team Velocity UK, which is Neptune 1 Whiskey, raising for Flight to Help, I believe. Doug, welcome. How big are they? I mean, litres and hours. Well, I don't know the exact sizing, but if I give you reference, I could fill it with a can of Pepsi. I think you could fill the whole mug. So about probably 330 millilitres, that's what a can is. I think that's about that size.
308 Alpha, complete, request climb direct, Alpha 410.
Lant Alpha Adventures, raiding with a party of 6. Hello. Good day, thanks for the raid. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are tuning in from. Welcome to the stream. Is this real? No, it's not real. It's a 747 simulator made of real 747 parts. On the whole, I think 99% of the parts are all from real 747s that have flown their entire life and have unfortunately come to an end through some sort of scrapping or salvation. We've managed to get our hands on some of the real parts. You know, stuff like this MCP here. It's so satisfying. You can't really see on the camera, but it's got like the dials flicking as they did in, you know, when this was in a real aircraft. And this is all parts that have been used by flight crew for many years, decades in aircraft, and they've made it into our simulator. So yeah, there you go, Josh. Yep. 350-500, yeah. Good job I skipped this leg until it just died. Oh, what a shame. Did Gary tell you about talking to me when you did your change of a brief? Well, my change of a brief with Gary was him waking me up and saying, time to fly. So, there wasn't much of a brief. But, what do you mean, Doug? So maybe Mr. Chewwy might know a bit more about that than I do. But, yeah. So a bit about the airport we're flying to. We're going to Yellowknife in NWT in Canada. I should know what that stands for, but I failed to look it up. It is an airport which is rather famous actually for a TV series called Ice Pilots. It was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is on Netflix. You can look it up on YouTube. It's basically a series based around an airline called Buffalo Airways, who do these really awesome flights around this part of Canada in stuff like their Electras and DC-3s and really cool aircraft. And it's I remember watching that when I was younger thinking, oh, I just want to do that. It's so awesome. And to be fair, even now I still want to do that. It is such cool flying. Northwest Territories, there we are. So getting the chance to fly there in the sim, taking you guys with us is an awesome, awesome thing. And I personally can't wait to do it. I can't wait to land there. He was captain on my first Worldflight flight across Australia in the middle of the night, London time. Then he drove me back to Mildenhall to catch my flight back to Iceland. Oh wow, that's awesome. That's in 2001. Okay. The next year, 2002, I just drove to London since I was stationed at UK RAF Mildenhall. Very nice. So Mildenhall, I guess that means he must be in the US Air Force. Awesome, Doug. How was Worldflight back in 2001 compared to Worldflight in 2020? How are you finding the change? I mean, it's Sims have come so far since then. I think back then it was probably a 777 you flew. 2008. Oh, okay, nice, Doug. That's a session so much more enjoyable going on the machine. The best extent. Ah, Skyways. It's good to hear that we can make that better for you. My granddad used to go through that kind of stuff, and it's not good. But if we can provide some sort of enjoyment to you, then that's the main thing. Yeah, Doug. So back then, were you in the 777? I think they had.
767, contact Edmonton Center 135.75 today. 135,
oh, 757.
767.
Yeah. I feel like there's been so many different initial. There's a command in the chat which goes through the build process, but I think there has been quite a few different sims in the beginning, and then eventually I think the order became 777, 737, now 747. But yeah, I think there may... Oh, Darren's sim. Oh, right, okay, yeah, I think that was a 75 actually, yeah. That does ring a bell. I've just heard the door entry... Oh, well, I can figure out who it is by checking the camera. The only person awake. Hello.
YZ101, contact that
Thank you very much, mate.
135,
Oh, yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Were you there then? Me? No, I wasn't there in 2001, 2002. I was very, very young back then. But I've heard a lot of stories from Gary and other members who were around back then of the Sims and what Worldflight was like back then. Sounds pretty awesome.
It is tipping it down out there. Absolutely tipping it down. I'm soaked.
It was fun when I came in about
I know.
an hour ago, so.
Glad I'm not walking in it at the moment.
Yeah.
Bar in it anyway. Hello again. These have been brought back. And a ginger snap biscuit as well.
Very nice.
Just for a bit of sugar. And ginger, I guess.
Bit of energy.
Some would argue I've got enough ginger of my own, but I disagree. How are we getting on? Anything changed?
Nothing's changed. Still same frequency, still 370.
Cool.
Your radios?
Yep, my radio is.
Beep. Where's plane that we're catching up on?
Good, get past them all.
We could speed up, but we are 5 minutes early at the minute.
5 minutes early, are we?
And I can't imagine the guys after us are going to want to depart early. So, I think we're pretty relaxed at the minute.
Yeah. I mean, we're about to get a bit of a tailwind as well, by the looks of the winds there. What have we been talking about? Have I missed any great discussions?
I was speaking to Doug there, who was saying Gary was his captain on his very first Worldflight flight back in 2001.
That's so cool.
Darren, the 757 sim.
How old was I in 2001? 7.
How old was I in 2001?
-5?
No, I was 3.
3. Sorry that my audience has mostly gone to bed, but I wrapped up. I'm hoping to fly along with a couple of the US legs tomorrow. Anything to avoid watching election coverage? Absolutely. I'd like to think we would provide some more entertainment than that. Thanks, Slant Alpha.
Oh, look at that. Look at that story. Isn't that so cool?
Bring back memory. That's so cool. I love this. We talked about this yesterday with Flight Sim. Like, it just makes the world that little bit smaller.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
I think it was you talking about it, wasn't it? Was
Yeah.
it you and Fraser or something? I can't remember.
Well, I'll give you an example from my real experiences. So, my real experience, I'm trained to be a pilot. During my pilot training, I met, I'd like to say, about at least 10 people who, when I said, "Hi, I'm Layth," they went, "Layth?" Because my name is rather unique, I'd say. Not many people have this name. They were like, "Are you on that sim by any chance?" I was like, "Oh god." It got to the stage where my friends, like my good friends who are on my course, would always say, "Oh, is that another VATSIM friend of yours or whatever?" People would just like would recognise me from my name or from my voice. Some people recognise from my voice. You know, flight sim is such a small world, but aviation in general is a small world.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is a small world. Donation.
Hey, oh, amazing.
You can take this one.
Thank you. Oh my goodness.
You slept in
me.
Gary's car. How crazy
Holy
is that?
moly. UKV1390 with a £50 donation.
Oh wow.
Support you guys every year. Unfortunately, with changes in your personal health and of course the difficulties we're faced with COVID, your support will not be as generous as previously. All the best and congrats in these difficult times. UKV, the fact that you're just able to donate a amount, let alone however much that is, and what your total is for this year and previous years, you know it goes a heck of a long way Thank you very much indeed for the 50 Great British Pounds. It's been a very testing year for all of us in many different ways.
Indeed.
But we're doing our very best to end 2020 on a high note with Worldflight. I know we've still got a month left. I think a lot of people, with all that's gone on, I'm not going to get too crazy philosophical here, don't worry. But, you know, they've kind of written off 2020. And it's like, well, hang on, we've still got a couple of months left,
Yeah,
you know.
Can do some good with it.
We can still end on a positive note, and that's what this week is about for us as a community. It's hopefully about leaving 2020 on a better note than where it has been.
Yeah.
So every single penny of that definitely counts, my friend. Thank you very much for the huge donation.
Thank you very much, Skyways. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And he said earlier while you were inside that he watches us while he was doing his dialysis session, and it was very enjoyable. So,
Lovely.
you know, that's the least we could do, really, I said.
Absolutely.
It's great that you choose to watch us, and it's great that we can give you that sort of enjoyment.
I think that's one thing that's really lovely is, like, as a community, you know, like, we love to let you guys into our experiences in the simulator, and we share a lot with you about what we do here at SimFest. But it's so cool hearing about other people and them letting us and the rest of Twitch and our community into their lives and letting us know where they're from or what they're doing and things like that. Again, it's those kind of little things that help us keep motivated in the dark hours of the morning when it's tipping it down with rain and you're a little bit sleep deprived.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, certainly keeps a smile on our face. Oh, awesome, Andy. Yeah, we're Mach decimal 825 at the moment, mate. Sorry, I did see you ask that earlier.
I think we're just passing overhead.
And zoom in, shall we?
So there's our first Canadian airport on the ND. So I presume we're probably going to approach the border at some point within the next 200 miles or so.
Yeah. So that's a good thing to really kind of have a look at, is if we had to suddenly divert, where would we go? Probably there.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the only place we have at the minute, is that place there.
YXY. I mean, we've always got behind us as an option as well. But
yeah, of course.
We're only 30 minutes out from Fairbanks.
Yes, there's a few airports there around Fairbanks as well.
What's the uptime? So Twitch automatically has a disconnect system after 48 hours. So how long have we been live? What's 48 plus 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Oh, how many hours has it been since 9 PM on Saturday?
It was 8 PM. So
8 PM.
So it's 48 plus 9.
57.
That took us way too long. Holy crap, you can tell that's so we've been live for 57 hours. There you go, there's your answer. So sorry that took us so long to get to it. Yeah, 57 hours.
Nope. We took off 7 planes in front of you. Yeah, it was quite busy actually in Fairbanks. I wonder how many planes are on that spot with us on that scope.
Yeah.
It's always good to have traffic coming along with us. Because, you know, stream shuts itself down again. Oh yeah, the 14 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when you're having a browse through that spot and you see, oh, what are all these planes doing over here? You think, oh, let's have a look what they're doing.
Yeah.
You click one of the teams, like say you click us or Clipper or anyone, you click on the remarks, you see Worldflight 2020, and we're like, oh, I wonder what Worldflight is.
Yeah.
Charlie, contact at Montana Center, 135.75, good day.
13575, Speedbird 47 Charlie, good day, mate.
Yeah, and you go through and think, oh, what's Worldflight? Then you stumble on our streams and you come along and fly along with us. So yeah, all this stuff is all just raising awareness for the charities and raising money as well. So if you fly with us, or if you can fly with us, then feel free. Anyone's welcome.
Edmonton, a very good evening, good morning, Speedbird 47 Charlie, flight level 370.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, Edmonton, Santa, good evening, I expect runway 34 in Yellowknife.
But runway 34, sorry, 34 just confirmed for Speedbird 47 Charlie.
I firm runway 34.
Nice.
Moose Knuckle Maple Syrup Center, Clipper 811 maintaining flight level 390.
You need to sleep from, but we'll start off CTP. Yeah, across the pond is, well, technically now next week, isn't it? A week on Saturday.
Yeah.
The sound, you're so quiet now, really? Nobody else is complaining about
No,
audio?
I think we're okay. I was just going back to remember the chat I said about how aviation's so small. The storage remembered that when I was doing my training out down under, it was 10 PM on like a Monday evening, and it was sort of a 3-person house that I was in, but only 2 of us were living there.
Yeah.
So we had a housemate join us in the middle of the night, like 10 PM. He came, like, arrived from where he came in. He's introducing himself. I was like, oh, hello, you know, Layth, nice to meet the usual spiel, whatever. And this guy goes, Layth, what's your surname? I said my surname. This is a bit crazy, but someone with the same name as you trained me to be a controller on VATSIM. I was like,
no.
so this is, I've trained quite a few people on VATSIM. It's kind of the penny sort of started dropping. I was like, okay, all right. And then he said, so you trained me to be a controller on VATSIM. I then fell in love with controlling, became a real controller in, I think it was in Ghana, and then did like a few years controlling, then went to piloting, and now he's trained to be a pilot. And I was like,
so
what the heck?
cool.
Out of nowhere, this guy. But it was a very cool story, very cool to see him. But yeah, it's honestly such a tiny world.
Yeah, you've already told us 340 Yellowknife, subject 1 Victor Bravo, thanks.
Okay, cool. 3-4 is the ILS.
A vodka burner will be in the air later today, having done many Worldflight legs over the years. The TU-154 single crewed is a challenge to say the least. Oh, I can imagine. Antonov, Tupolev, all that stuff is really, the flight decks are so crazy.
I want to do a Worldflight in a 727 with the INS. I think that would be a real challenge.
Imagine building I'd love to see a 727 sim.
I would do cross the pond with a 727, but I don't think my viewers would appreciate it very much.
They want a nice, easy ride.
They don't. My viewers don't like anything if there's not a magenta line.
Children of the magenta line.
Correct.
That's a video you need to watch. So, CYZF, no stars, ILS 34. Coming in from the west, so which one should we do?
You'll end up with, you'll start it with instant regret. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine halfway through, I'm like, why did I do this to myself?
Yeah.
I just love the 727. Yeah.
Ketlo.
Oi, 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 oi.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oi, oi, oi. Oh, I can see top of the set on the ND. I mean, it's about 600 miles away, but you know, I can still see it on the ND. You're an Airbus fanboy.
I guess we won't do this whole DME arc that's been put in there, but we'll, that's the plan for now.
No harm putting it in.
It's in there. I know it's mega early, but if you wanted to put the minimum on your side.
Okay,
Or, yeah, it's 880.
Oh. No time like the present.
And we've still got about an hour and a half to go, so there's no point getting weather or anything like that, but nice to put the route in there, because it gives us a bit more of an ETA as well. It's added a minute on.
Yeah.
So it's good to just have as much of the route complete as possible. The A300 is superb. Yeah, the A300 is superb. Any builds have done a great add-on for that. You know what? I really wish this was P3D. I haven't really got X-Plane set up at all. I have X-Plane, but I just never really set it up. I only ever used it for like training.
Just for that. Literally, yeah. For the Indy builds and the 727.
Well, the Indy builds were very generous this year to give us 2 copies to give away. We've already given 1 away this week, and we've got 1 more left for later in the week to give away. I've done Concorde and Worldflight with the INS. It's easy comparison to the 154. Got it wrong yesterday and had to fly a leg with every instrument reading 70 degrees off.
Well, I mean, but it's experiences like that that build you, even as a virtual pilot.
Yeah, of course.
Like I remember when I learnt the INS and doing VOR to VOR navigation and things like that, and it was a good 3 years into my streaming, and I was just like, I only feel like now I'm really starting to appreciate the level of details that it goes into as a pilot. It's relatively, well, I call it anti-FAF. It's relatively straightforward programming in GPS and following the magenta line up and down, left and right.
Yeah.
But it's when you've got to do it without anything telling you where you are, except from, you know, VORs and things like that and navigation aids that aren't on a nice, lovely screen. That's when you can really start appreciating it. So I kind of came away from that experience actually regretting that I'd not done it earlier, and wishing that I'd kind of done a little bit more to learn those things at an earlier stage of time. But as you say, it's those kind of things that build you as even a virtual pilot in your home sim.
I mean, every day is a learning day in aviation.
Yeah.
No matter if you've got 20,000 hours and you're a training captain or you're a flight simmer at home who's just getting to grips with everything.
Yeah.
Always try and find something to learn from your flights.
The INI A300, considering it's their first ever aircraft, when I got in the INI A300 I was like, holy crap, this is like level of quality that companies like that you would expect out of the likes of even FS Labs and PMDG. I would almost put it on that scale. Obviously they're P3D products, so it's difficult to translate them, but I'm really good friends, we're both really good friends with Cam, who's a real-world Airbus pilot, and who is one of the developers on the IndyBuilds team.
Yep.
And so even pre-release, he was showing us some cool little factors and some cool little things here and there, and some quirks, because the A300 is full of quirks.
He loved it. He loved showing us all these quirks.
Oh yeah, and the amount of detail, and it's the kind of thing that not your average everyday simmer would necessarily find out or go into. However, if you want to, it's there to discover. And that's one of my favorite things in flight sim, I think, is when there's a product that just your everyday casual simmer can fly A to B from and enjoy it. However, if you want to go in depth and you want to look through all the quirks and the systems and things like that, you're able to. And I think that one of the great things about IndyBuilds is that they're not just settled on the release candidate and then they're leaving it alone. They've got plans for the A300 and they've got more things that they want to implement after release, and it's like a rolling project on top of the other things that they're doing. And so I think it's a real blessing to have a company like IndyBuilds in flight sim. They've only been on the block a couple of years tops, but they've really changed the game in a lot of different markets. So we're very lucky to have them, and a lot of the other companies as well. We are really blessed, I feel.
Exciting time for flight sim. Very exciting time.
Your first climb TCAS the plane pass. Oh gosh, Pushovic, I don't think I can click that link. But
yeah.
Also do scenery very well. Yeah, they do some really great jobs with scenery stuff, and the GSX profiles and the dynamic lights and things, and the compatibility files, all sorts of good stuff.
Just thinking, is it worth speeding up in case we need to hold or something like that? I don't know. Also, I don't know if that's my tired self speaking.
Whether we need to speed up, sorry. I think we're okay at the moment.
Yeah. Got a nice tailwind pushing us along. Let's double descent, about 450 miles away.
At Aussie 369, if you can stay at descent now, please.
Okay, descending now to 270, Aussie 360. Do you want me to keep my speed up as well?
Yeah, if you could, please, that'd be great.
Okay, 79 to transitioning to 300 knots and descending now to 70, Aussie 369.
Thank you.
Morning, gents. Morning, Squirble. Up with such intense back pain that I can't breathe properly. That's not very good.
Yeah, you were talking about that the other day, mate. I hope you're alright, buddy.
Yeah. Take care, mate. Hopefully we can try and take him on off a little bit.
Little late start out of PAFA? No, I think we were bang on schedule out of PAFA. If anything, we're estimated to be in bang on time, if not a little bit early, I think. So, no, as far as I'm aware, we're not late.
Yeah, I mean, when I went to sleep, we were about half an hour late in terms of sectors. I've come back and we were early.
Yeah, same.
I couldn't get more rest than I wanted.
Yeah, yeah,
So the guys ahead of us, Gary and Johnny, have really pulled it out of the bag and got us on time. And thankfully, Chewwy jumped in here just as I was rising from the dead to get back in here to set us up. And a very quick and efficient departure from the guys at Fairbanks. And yeah, this guy is a great. They've all been great controls, to be fair, so far.
Yeah.
Ever since we entered Alaska, well, to be fair, all throughout the event, we've had some great controllers, all through Asia, through Australia, through Russia, through Alaska, now through Canada. So pressure's on for the rest of you guys to keep the high standard up.
We've got to get to Europe yet.
Yes, true.
Good evening, CM Skies. This is Layth in the left-hand seat. Wait, I wonder if I can
get the.
This might take me about 8 hours to find it, but it will be worth it.
I'll speak to the chat while you do that. Boeing Beth, hello, good morning, good evening, welcome. You enjoyed the Russian revolt last night? Yeah. Did you see what we did at the international date line when we passed it?
No.
So me and Horger were flying, we went from Anadir to Nome. We crossed the international date line. I had a shot of vodka, and he had a shot of Jack Daniels. On the Russian side, I had the vodka. As we passed over, he had the Jack Daniels.
That's so
As
cool.
we had to North America. And then I tried to get some sleep after that.
Layth, al-Wakir!
There you go.
Hello.
It got me there eventually.
That's me. NY RTAC controller, hello. I think I might know who that is, but there's many of you. NY
Hello, and welcome to Simfest.
Sorry, I'm just
Your
playing.
crew for this flight are...
I'm just playing random sounds now on the sound effect list. I do apologise.
I think I'd like a copy of that folder when I go home.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, Doug. Doug's got a funny story to tell us about Gary. You ready for this?
Yes, please.
So, as I said, he was my captain, and I was in the right seat on my first flight for Worldflight. A little background, I wasn't one of Darren's friends in London, but I had talked to him through SATCO, which is what VATSIM is now. I was stationed in Iceland at the time, so he invited me down. The only catch was I had to fly in the middle of the night, which was daytime in Australia. Both years I did it and got the Melbourne to Sydney leg. I caught the rotator from Keflavik to Mildenhall, got a ride to the train, Darren picked me up at the tube station, and then I got to fly the right seat with Gary as my captain. So as time went on, and I got so into it that I forgot we were in a sim. Gary pops open a Foster's lager and says, "Foster's? Australian for beer?" in the Aussie accent. I said, "Hey, you can't drink while we're flying." Oh wait, yes you can.
That's the Aussies are the king of doing it actually in the sim. Yeah. I was going to say Foster's. I swear they don't even usually have Foster's in Australia.
Yeah, I found this out recently actually, and they also haven't got Burger King. They call it something else there.
Yeah, it's not even like Foster's. Like in here, it's marketed as an Australian beer, but they don't usually have it there at all. I mean, Foster's is vile anyway, but
yeah, it's like Australian beer. Then in the footnote it says like brewed in Stoke or something.
Yeah, brewed in Stoke-on-Trent, that famous Australian city. Yeah. Right, yeah.
Hungry Jacks, yeah, it's called Hungry Jacks. I think Foster's alright. It could get worse. It could get Carling or something like that.
Oh God,
Carling.
don't. Oh, bad memories of Carling. I didn't usually get hangovers, but when it was a Carling, oh God.
Neptune 11 Whiskey.
Okay, thank you.
I think they're still going. I saw them in Nome. I don't know if we've heard them since though.
NPT 11 Whiskey, if you want to try and have a look on VATScope. I'll try and have a look now. They were flying, so they have been doing it. Yeah.
They're the other UK team with us. They're based out of Gloucestershire. They're raising money for a fly to help in their 737. They've been with us most of the way through.
They're airborne.
Every time I've been, they are there.
They are airborne. They're at 35,000 feet. Yeah, so they're still going.
Might be able to give their stream another go, but unless they've potentially stopped the stream for the night.
Oh yeah, I don't know, but they are definitely still flying.
They are still flying. Quite a few of us, isn't there? How many arrivals is that into Yellowknife? Can you see?
46.
Oh wow,
that's ridiculous.
For this
it's
time,
a frickin' Tuesday morning at like 5 AM and there's 46 arrivals into Yellowknife.
Guys, you are awesome. You are so cool.
That is so good.
They're a 737, Doug. They're a 737. We have teams doing 737s. A couple of them. I think some guys in Australia as well. 3 747 teams. There's us, Clipper, and Perth, I believe. Perth also have a 737, so they're running 2 sims this year. They've got a massive team in Perth. There's Illawarra are in a 737. There's Team Velocity UK. Obviously Perth. There is someone else running a 737, I think. I'm trying to think through the teams now. There's an Airbus A330 from Team Airbus in Australia also flying along. And I think that's all the aircraft types, 7473 and A330.
Yeah.
And there's obviously Britannia flying from their home sim, but they've been at every single sector so far. They're flying 767s.
Yeah, that's true, CM Skies, but I mean still, it's still awesome. Like usually on these kind of legs, you wouldn't expect maybe that many people. So good. Yeah. Anyway, I could fly a leg sim. Yeah, you'd have to speak to Gary about that or some of the Worldflight teams. There is a Worldflight Discord page, Doug. I wouldn't be able to answer that at this exact moment, I'm afraid.
Yeah, Doug, just have a chat with Gary.
Yeah, message Gary or any of the Worldflight teams on Discord. if you've got your own home simulator, you can always fly along on the VATSIM network, you know, yourself anyway. That's always open.
If I press that, where would that go? Oh wow, look at this. What is that?
Birmingham.
What is all that traffic? That's W. Is that us?
No.
That looks like it's.
Is that live?
Indonesia or something? I don't know.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
tell. A lot of planes. It might be us earlier in the week potentially.
Yeah. As I have all day. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no worries, person in the mirror. It didn't purposely go off air. I'll be lurking. Yeah, no worries. Lurk away. I have a quote. Lurkers are the backbone of Twitch.
Leg 3. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of times where, you know, maybe I'll do some stuff in the background, but I'll put a stream on just to hear people sort of playing. Rather than playing music, I'll listen to someone flying or someone doing something.
Yeah.
Was that for Qantas 25?
Probably quite a few people who are just sat, have us in the background, have us on the second monitor while they play a game or they do something to see how we're getting along.
Weird when you get somebody messaging you saying that they're like watching in the bath or something. I'm like, okay. Cool.
Enjoy us while you're.
Awesome, Josh. Yeah, no, of course, person in the mirror. No worries at all, my friend. Welcome here and there anytime, I'm sure.
Level 290, Qantas 3.
But yeah, we don't mind if you are there with other teams as well. They are there also to raise money, so, you know,
yeah.
If you're not donating to us, donating to them is just as good. Any money is appreciated for any of the charities. Squirble sub with Twitch Prime. They've subbed for 3 months. Thank you, Squirble.
Cheers, Carl. Thank you, mate.
Say again?
Suffer together at 5 AM. Yes, Josh.
Well, it feels like way too long since I've spoken to you. I hope you're good, buddy. Catch up sometime soon.
072.
We've been airborne for just under an hour.
Yep.
Already. So we're about, well, just under halfway through this flight. Got a lovely tailwind. 525, well 526 knots over the ground. We beat the record yesterday, the Simfest ground speed record, 653 knots.
Oh. Where did I fly? I flew, I had 620, but I can't remember who.
Yeah, and then we beat it. It was, we were out of Tokyo, no, we were out of Seoul to Tokyo, Haneda, me and Gary.
Oh, so I think us going, because I flew to Seoul, I think we had like 620 going to Seoul, yeah.
Gary said, he was like, oh, we beat the record 618, and I was like, well, before we even change the Mach number, we're going to beat that. So Gary just whacked it to Mach decimal 89 just to see how far we could go.
Yeah.
And so we got 653, and then it dialed off, so we went back to normal max speed. But yeah, that was.
That's probably why we were so early. We were really early.
My record at home is 680, and that was weirdly enough out of Tokyo as well. Yeah, so.
Oh, I don't know my record. But I remember sometimes flying eastbound over the Atlantic, you get some nuts crosswind.
Yeah.
If you get a jet stream on a nat track, you're loving life.
As long as you're going in the right direction. Yeah.
Get down to Oxford or Bristol at some point after all this funny business, we can definitely have a catch up.
Yes, definitely, mate. Yeah, I'm sure once all of this, exactly as you say, funny business is out the way, there will be plenty of meetups. Last time you watched Horgy try not to fall asleep with the other Matt. Yeah, it can be challenging.
Yeah.
It can be challenging at times, but that's part of the fun of it. It really is. It just makes it that much more rewarding. I love it. Like, you know, even now, limited sleep, 5:20 in the morning. I kind of. If there's ever a split moment in my mind where I'm like, oh god, I want to go back to bed, I think how lucky I am that I'm able to fly this sim.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And how privileged we are to be able to be doing this for such a great cause and chatting with you guys, so it instantly makes it worth it again, even no matter how tired or rough you may feel physically.
Yeah, of course. Also, other people of our team that fortunately couldn't make it here because of certain restrictions in their area as well, we think about, who would have loved to have seen here. David F. Pilot, hello, good morning. Your red overtake being sent to the max is causing genuine concern.
We've lost like 4 places going this slow, oh gosh.
No, we're not going terribly quick, we're only doing 8.2. If you get to 8, we'll still overtake you, a bit slower.
Ticket 9104, can you reduce speed Mach decimal 78?
Whoa. You know, always a hazard opening the door at nights where the cats come flying in or flying out. You can't see them in the dark.
Right. They've been alright this year, actually, yeah. So far, anyway. So we've still got quite a while to go. We'll obviously try and give like a nice early briefing for Yellowknife. so that we're all nicely prepared, because it could be an interesting one. If you guys have got any questions, you're more than welcome to ask them. If you want to know about, you know, the whole British Airways things, if you might be new or something, we like to operate the 747 based on the standard operating procedures of British Airways, which includes something really cool called a monitored approach, where even though Layth is the pilot flying at the moment and the pilot landing, he will not be flying the approach. That will be me. And it's the way that British Airways do things fleet-wide. I think it comes from the TriStar days. And it essentially is a good thing because it gets both pilots involved, both pilots can fly the aircraft, both pilots can talk to ATC, and it just means that, you know, on a long 5-hour sector, you're not just sat there doing the radios and nothing else. It can be, it does have its advantages and disadvantages. Makes it quite difficult if a captain wants to do a visual approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, you know, BA no longer operating the 747, and so we at SimFest have tasked ourselves with being the last flying, even if virtual, British Airways 747.
Yeah. I was just thinking about mental maths there, trying to figure out how many miles we do a minute. I think we do about 8.5 miles a minute. That's pretty quick.
Good.
We've got 537 miles to go to Yellowknife. I think that's correct.
I'm not going to try and do it, mate.
Well, if we're doing 60 knots, you do 1 mile a minute. And let's say 53, so almost 9 sixes. So yeah, about almost 9 miles a minute we're doing.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
Oh, that's awesome, Doug.
That is so cool.
Yeah, that is wicked.
What should I get from McDonald's? Get sausage egg McMuffin.
Oh, don't. Now I really want a hash brown. God damn it.
Give me our secret, Chewwy.
How's the flight? No, flight's going well so far, thank you. Flight's going well. We are just under an hour in, pretty much bang on an hour in, and we're expecting a 2-hour flight time, so it should be halfway through. Tailwinds and clear skies, so couldn't ask for more.
Yeah.
Get the tea, I'll bring the McDonald's. I mean, that's a good deal in my books, yeah.
Rosa Gaming, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good day. 8.8 a minute or 10.13 miles. Yep. There we are. So I wasn't far, I said 8.5 to 9 in my head, so I'll say that. Okay, we've got about an hour and 10 to go. Should we get some preliminary weather, just have a look where we're at?
That sounds like a great idea.
Let's see what's occurring at Yellowknife.
What's occurring? What show is that from, ladies and gentlemen?
What's occurring, Nessa?
What's occurring?
G'day, Smithy. Arrival.
How I get to come to a 747 sim to... I don't get what you mean by that, Josh. Sorry, mate.
To deliver the McDonald's.
Oh, to deliver the McDonald's.
Yeah.
If only that were possible, mate. If only that were possible.
I could do with a bloody egg and sausage McMuffin.
Don't start.
It could be our secret, Chew. No one has to know about it.
Don't.
Or we can surprise everyone. They can wake up to this like selection of McDonald's. Okay, no, I'll stop talking. Hey, Carl's message. Oh, we got weather coming. Do you ever read of the weather?
Yarp.
Yarp. Yarp. Yarp. Yarp.
I love how that's still a phrase, even though Hot Fuzz was released like 8 decades ago.
Oh, Hot Fuzz is so good. Hot Fuzz is so good. We've got about an hour and 7 minutes to go. Jeff, do we get them? There's the weather. Are you guys ready to hear some weather? So let's go for the latest metal, which is at 0500, so half an hour ago. It's 040 degrees, 7 knots. So expecting 34, which means that is 60 degrees to the right. It's only 7 knots, no big deal. 4 statute miles.
Okay.
Visibility. Light snow and overcast 1,500. So it should be okay in the Cat 1.
Yeah. We're going to need anti-ice there.
Yeah. Temperature minus 12. Dew point minus 14. Altimeter 2960 if you want to preload that.
That's low.
Yeah, very low pressure. What is that? Hectopascals. Oh, only 1002.
Oh, okay.
I'll remark SC8 and SLP046. So I'm sure there's some sort of essentially snow codes or some sort of code that I don't know off the top of my head. So if anyone in the chat knows what those codes mean, then let us know.
I don't think that would be possible, mate, this year. I think we've got to stick to the schedule that we've been given at the moment. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, the airports are all selected and all sceneries loaded just for those airports, so diversions are quite difficult sometimes. So So Yellowknife, airport information, Kilo, weather at 0300 Zulu, wind 0408, visibility 6.
Okay.
Just 6? 6 what? Light snow, sky
Just
conditioning,
6.
ceiling 1000, broken, ceiling 7700 driving costs. That's the ATIS. 2 hours ago. Oh, that's nice. Yellowknife Tower's remarks say, welcome Worldflight 2020.
Yeah.
Same for Yellowknife Ground's remarks says, help, I mean, welcome Worldflight.
Yeah, we know it's 6 statute miles, CM skies. It just said 6 on it. We figured it was statute miles.
Yeah.
But any of you guys been up all night, or were you sleeping before? Layth had about an hour and a half's rest.
Yep.
And I've had 5 hours. I got to sleep at about 9:30, 10, and then woke up 2 minutes before my alarm. It's the most perfect thing in the world when you wake up naturally just before your alarm's supposed to go off. So yeah, so I got about 5.5 hours. I'm back in at 10. So once we land, I'm probably going to go and try and get another hour on the sofa.
Yeah.
And then I'll be good to go again. So yeah.
No, I'm in at 4:40 p.m. So after this, I shall be
you'll have
entering my bed
night.
and being dead to the world for the next few hours.
Good. Is anyone else sleeping above the sim? I don't know who's up there at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I will eat something before I sleep, so I don't end up waking up hungry, ruining my sleep. In terms of the pot of pleasure, so looks like there's. Oh, that's a really big piece of paper. Let's fold that. There's about 6 in there. So if you guys wanted to win yourself a SoFlo guide to FS 2020, you could be within 1 in 7 chance of winning if you don't know that, or 1 in potentially 8. So it's pretty good odds to win.
Yeah, there's a very good odd on winning.
If you're ever going to win, it's in the middle of the night when not many people are.
And it doesn't matter how big the donation is. So you could, if you wanted to donate £20 in £1 donations, you can do.
Yeah, literally, you could just keep bringing in
a hell of a lot better odds.
£21 donations, you could literally fill that pot. Has anyone ever done that?
Yes.
And then won as well. Do they win?
I don't remember.
Imagine doing that and then not winning. Like you.
I mean, but the worst case scenario, you're giving 20 quid to charity.
Yeah, of course. That literally is it.
You know.
On one hand, you could get something worth money and donate to charity. On the other hand, you just give to charity.
Yeah. DCXE, hello, how you doing?
Hello, DCXE.
Yeah.
The announcement speaker has been turned down if there is anyone up there, so they should be okay.
Yeah, we're all well here.
Doing well.
We're all good.
Mileage is counting down. 480 miles to go to Yellowknife. Nice tailwind pushing us. Lovely starry night. Some clouds are a level ahead, but they don't seem to be getting much closer, so we'll keep an eye on it.
There are speakers up there, yeah. I think so, anyway.
There's a speaker in the back of the sim. Hey. Donation! Woohoo! And it is £7.74 from Navy Land Sub to charity! Way to charity! Congrats! Well, congrats! Thank you!
Thank you.
Yes.
It might be a congrats because they've entered the
Could be
giveaway.
congrats in a couple of hours' time. The giveaway ends when we shut the engines down in Yellowknife. So you have all the way until then. Even if we've just vacated the runway, you can still donate and get yourself in the pot.
And don't forget, as I keep saying, the alerts are not inhibited at any point. So if you want to do those alerts just as Layth is landing, you can do so. Yeah. Set off a master caution, master warning just as he's flaring. We've had some phenomenal timings with those this year again.
Well, we had one earlier in this flight, didn't we? When you were saying a master warning,
so
and then
funny. Master warning, and then yeah.
Doug, take care. Nice chatting to you too. It's great to hear your stories. And
later, Doug. Cheers,
I'll mention you to Gary when I see him next.
Hey!
I mean the timing. We are impeccable this timing, aren't we? Please put sanitize. We'll give you sanitize in a second.
Hornet, thank you for another donation, Hornet. 25 Great British Pounds. Keep up the entertainment. Great content, lads. Thank you very much indeed, Hornet.
Thank you very much, Hornet. Cheers. It wouldn't trigger a go around, no. No, it wouldn't. It's a note in our operation manual that we're allowed to disregard that master warning on approach.
Yeah. That's really appreciated. Thank you. Otherwise, we'd be going around every down approach.
Cabin Service Director Clive Winston speaking. I am sorry to trouble you during this flight, but we would ask you at this point to observe sanitation stations. That's sanitation stations.
Sanitation stations has been observed. Present your hand for sanitation.
Thank you.
Sanitation is occurring with the best smelling sanitizer I've ever had in my life. Oh my word.
I don't think I can get sick of that smell.
It's amazing. It's a smell of Worldflight 2020, isn't it? That is the smell.
Yeah. And that's usually not the kind of smell that we think about.
Normal smells require evacuation alarms and stuff.
Yeah. There is no roster, Sorensen. We don't release our roster in terms of who's in the flight deck for what flight, because things chop and change as the week goes on.
Yeah, we've got like a sort of carcass of what we think we're going to do, but it could change.
Yeah, it could change at any point. But there is a schedule of the flights and what times they are there on the simfest.co.uk website.
Well, you could. I think there's a command for it. Potentially schedule something like that. Yeah. Or we can alter the smell of the cockpit. Did you see our departure out of Anadir earlier? Were you watching them? It was perfect. We had Chewwy Horgy briefing, and he sent to his iPad and went, "Right, we're doing the Bumhole 1 departure." I was like, "Sorry? The Bumhole 1 departure?" I was like, mate, it's perfect. Whoever scheduled him to be captain on that flight. Perfect scheduling.
It was Horgy, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
But by chance.
By complete chance, yeah. And the jokes were just flowing until we got to the actual waypoint. We said, once we passed the waypoint, no more jokes. And we just got reeling them off.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
I can't wait for mine and Horgy's flight out of Little Rock, otherwise known as Clit.
Oh, we'll turn them down.
Speedbird 47 Charlie Mac decimal 82.
Thank you.
Then we turn around here, the sanitation station. It seems like there's 3 of us. There's actually, whoa. Someone's at our level, 10 miles ahead. I do see his lights. We call someone up.
We're still with Edmonton. I've got the next frequency and ready to go.
Where are we?
How many are you to cover a week's flying? So usually, Sorensen, there's a team of about 15 of us, and we'd have 3 people in the flight deck at any one time. Due to the current global pandemic, we are very limited on numbers, and so there's only about 6 or 7 of us, which is why there's no social secretary. Occasionally, if there are people awake or people are available virtually who aren't here in person on the team, we'll have a social secretary in the background. But on these early legs in the morning, you know, we're quite able to do it, just the 2 of us. So there's only about 6 or 7 of us, so it makes the flying schedule that much more intense.
Have you ever had any females pilots on the crew? No, not that I'm aware of.
No, not in the Simfest crew, I don't think. No.
We had the Lullaby Trust girls last year flying.
We've had female visitors.
Yeah, but not actual pilots on the crew.
No. I think Team Jetsim do.
Yeah.
I think they do, yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
I think we had a, I've heard 1 or 2 female voices on frequency. I think the delivery controller out of Seoul was female.
Yeah, our grounded tower in Anadir was a female as well.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's so good to see.
Yeah, it's
so
great.
good to see.
I think aviation in general hasn't got many women in it, so it's good to see them wherever they are.
308. Did you get that?
1025 checked out for a bit. Oh, really?
And Bahrain ground.
270 and bound to Bravo 290. Odin 30.
Make yourself a subject.
There's a WestJet ahead of us, same level as us. We're catching it by about 40 knots. So we could suggest going to 39. I mean, we have still got 420 miles to go.
I mean, they've not said anything yet. So, I mean, should we ask?
Yeah, I mean, max is 4.2. Recommend is 3.9 anyway for weather. Let's just request 3.9, make his life easy.
Oh, I think he's just got lower. I think he's just got 350.
Oh.
I think they're descending him. We'll see if he moves.
Okay, no drama. We'll keep 3.7.
The WestJet. Why should us and our mighty Queen of the Skies move when the 737?
Well, it's optimum for us as well. It's recommended.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's
Okay, so
yeah, he's descending.
the coolest name says, what is going on from Fairbanks to Yellowknife today? Well, see, it's exactly what I said earlier. Someone will look at that spy and think, what's going on there? Well, let's tell you what's going on there. We are on leg number 19 of our annual Worldflight event. We're flying from Fairbanks to Yellowknife, and we will continue to fly throughout the rest of this week across the world, making our way back to Sydney, where we started on Saturday night. This event happens every year. It's a bunch of...
That's checked.
Acknowledged, I'm visual with the traffic and they are descending. Yeah, so Worldflight is an event where a bunch of people who have home cockpits like this one, 747 or 737s or A330s or anything, basically we fly around the world 24/7 for the entire week, and we raise money for charity. And most of the teams, like us, stream it, and you're more than welcome to join along, fly with us, donate to the charities, talk in the chat, just interacting with us, keeping us going. And it's been going for over 20 years now. Started even before that sim, when we were on Satco. I say we, well, I wasn't there. Probably in the womb.
What sim do you use? So the aircraft itself is the simulator. It's the Aerowinks PSX 747-400, and then we use the Lockheed Martin's prepared version 4.5 for the visuals.
Yeah.
So it's only providing the visuals. The aircraft itself is our sim, which is amazing. So if prepared faffs and has any issues and crashes, which it has done, we'll lose visuals, but the aircraft will stay flying.
Yep.
I remember 2 years ago for Worldflight, I don't quite know how many hours it was, but the PSX 747 stayed up the entire time. Imagine your prepared or X-Plane 11 or Microsoft Flight Simulator running 24/7 for a whole week non-stop. And it did it without even batting an eyelid. That's how powerful the PSX 747 is.
It's very high fidelity, it really is. Oh, it's Verity, that's the WestJet ahead of us.
Have you found a solution from Thursday onwards? Yeah, so that's being revised at the moment, and we're working out a plan of action for that. I don't have anything to release publicly about that at the moment, but we are looking into that. Gary and the rest of the team are doing their bit for that. We're hoping that we can continue, especially with the given time that we've already been here. We pretty much, by Thursday, will already be a household with the amount of time that we've already been here.
Yeah.
And most of the crew live alone anyway, if not with only one other person. So we're going to do our very best to ensure that we can continue beyond Thursday, but we don't know yet. No official word. No official word.
Coolest name. Welcome. There's many people this year who've not really heard of Worldflight before and come along and join in with us, so you're more than welcome to fly along. Donation. Nice. DJ Panther, good evening.
Sorensen, 20 Great British Pounds, thanks for the effort. Hope to join Worldflight 2021. I mean, we've still got 30 legs on Worldflight 2020, so I just saw a shooting star. You just missed it. Yeah, we've still got 30 flights after this one on Worldflight 2020, so you're welcome to join us on any of these this year. But yeah, of course, more than welcome in 2021. Thank you for the really, really awesome donation.
And just because you guys aren't in the sim with us doesn't mean you're not part of the team.
No.
Flying along is just as good as being here in the sim with us and flying it like us.
Yeah. So grills, there's new restrictions coming into place to do with the global pandemic from Thursday in the UK here. But we're thinking positive thoughts, and we're working out a plan of action to ensure that we can continue for the rest of the week. Yeah, so we're just gathering data and information and working out a plan of action for that. So we'll get back to you guys nearer the time on that one.
DCX, yeah, put the link there for you. That's a presentation on how long it took to build the sim. It's a very good read if you've not seen it already.
Yeah, CM Skies, it's affected a lot of people in a lot of different ways in different countries, but I'm sure as a human race we will come through it in time.
Yep, indeed. Rosa, it's been pretty smooth actually. Chewwy knows anything? I think it's been pretty smooth from my side.
It's been lovely.
The departure was very nice. We were in trim very easily. It was very lovely, especially when you're so tired. It's nice to have
an aircraft that does the hard work for you.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That is with the PSX 747. It's such a workhorse. It does so much of the hard work for you. Oh, wicked, Sorensen. Oh, great. Oh well, yeah. I mean,
Ah.
if you get in contact with the Worldflight teams,
Yeah, we can definitely add you as an official team.
you could if you've got a 737 sim, you could potentially be involved in Worldflight as an official team. So yeah, get in contact with them, mate.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yep, Navy Land Sub, that's us. That's all of the Worldflight
I told
crew.
you. It's that awareness. It's people flying along with us.
Yeah.
And we raise awareness for the charities and the event. So for instance, as far as I'm aware, that new teams are always welcome. I think recently we had a team from Turkey join.
Really?
A couple of teams
Awesome.
from Germany and Czech Republic also joining in their simulators.
Right.
The only thing is just raising money for charity.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're a new team or an old team. You're more than welcome to fly along. JTG, is that jet time? Is that JTG?
Don't know. Oh yeah, I mean, we always dream about it. I've always wanted to build a sim, but financially,
some people who can't
challenging.
Yeah, some people do it as like a long-term project. They buy a part here and they fit it. They put a part here and another.
Yeah.
It never is, but it takes. Whoa.
Good morning, Kieran. How you doing? Merry Christmas.
To the North Pole. Oh, oops. Good morning, Kieran. It is jet time. Nice. Yeah, I thought I recognised the IKO.
Cool. So with the temperature there,
yep.
Is there anything we have to take into account? Apart from anti-icing, is there anything else in terms of?
Well, with Horgy only we use flap 30 for the approach. I'm not sure.
So we're expected to land with a gross weight of 244 tons.
Yeah. And because of the light snow, we'll do auto brake 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That's fine. So I'll put auto brake 4 in for you. Do you want to do flap 40? Flap 30 then?
Yeah, we'll do flap 30 as well.
Okay. So that's 141. That's a pretty.
We actually had a bit of skidding on the rollout as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. And that just helps us a little bit. 141. The winds are pretty calm, so it should just be 5 knots on top of that, shouldn't it? So if I put 146 on my Boeing memory, this is what it's literally called. This thing here, it's got 3 number things that you can like twiddle around from 1 to 9, and it's literally called the Boeing memory.
Where's my one? Oh, I haven't got one.
Yeah, not everyone does.
Yeah.
They used to have lights in. Especially the 737 ones were renowned for blowing up though, and so Boeing put out a thing a good few years ago now basically saying to all operators, take out the light in it, the backlighting. Yeah, so it's actually called the Boeing memory device. So I like to use it for things like this, putting in the V-approach speed, just as a reminder.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Awesome. Yeah, and to be fair, one of the team here, Horgy's building an A330 cockpit out of real parts, and that looks very, very cool. I can't wait to fly that when that's done.
Yeah,
it's not far. I don't
think he's getting me to go up there to work out all the visual things for the sim. So making sure that it looks nice and pretty. So I'm looking forward to all of that.
Have a look at some Just Plane videos, see what they do with 330 cockpits.
So let's ask that question then. We're all talking about sims. If you guys in the chat could build one aircraft simulator of choice, which would it be? Now I would say the 747, but I'm very lucky enough to be able to fly this one. So I don't know.
I know what I'd say.
What would you build?
An A340-600.
Why?
I just love the 340. I'm sorry. It's one of those like Marmite airplanes, but I love the 340. It's my favourite plane.
The smoothest flight I've ever had was on a 340, apart from the backtrack experience where we held for 2 hours on a runway because we got stuck.
Yeah. Got stuck. What? Was it too long?
So this was Rovaniemi.
In a 340?
Correct, to Helsinki.
This is for real?
This is for real. 2012.
Right.
Went there with school. And Finnair. I wasn't that much of an AV geek, but I knew it was an A340. We backtracked the runway, got to the end of the runway, and the captain came over the PA and said, we're stuck. We've not got the room to turn around, and they've not cleared the snow. So they had to get every spare member of staff that they could out of Rovaniemi to clear the snow. And then, obviously, with fuel and everything like that, they had to shut down the engines, get a tug out, and do about a 20-point turn in an A340 to line us up. By this point, 2 hours later, we were facing in the right direction. They then had to get the de-icing trucks onto the runway and de-ice us in position, ready to go on the runway.
What a faff.
and then we departed and it was a 40-minute flight.
All of that for a 40-minute flight?
All of that for a 40-minute
They
flight.
could have used a 737.
The flight was the smoothest flight I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
I know it was only 40 minutes, but oh my God, was it a faff.
Should we go through what we've seen? So
Yeah,
what
we got?
So Goody says 777, Josh says A350, no doubt. That's not bad, actually. 380, Grills 787, L1011. Woo, that is a shout. Coolest names 737, Rosa 747, Navy Land Sub 320, MD80, 737 for Pete, Skyways DC9, nice, good choice. Isaac 73, Josh adores the 340 as well. You got a great taste, Josh.
You guys can get started on that project then, yeah?
Calm 350, Kieran 757.
I'd love a 350, to be honest.
Those screens are so cool, aren't they?
I think a 350 would be so sick if you could do it correctly and get like the BTV system working.
Oh, that'd be a faff.
Oh,
but
it would be a faff,
cool.
but if you could do it,
yeah,
it would be absolutely amazing.
The trouble is when it comes to home cockpits, what I seem to have sort of gathered is that getting the parts is one thing, having the software and making the parts work with the software as well is a whole.
That's the tricky part.
We are so lucky.
It's easy to go on eBay and to be able to pick up a cockpit nowadays.
Yeah,
it's not difficult.
But we're so blessed to have PSX. It's such a high fidelity sim to run it off. That means that we don't have to really worry about, making sure that the FMCs have all the right software, the plane does everything we want it to do.
Again, I'd actually love to do a 727 sim.
Yeah.
Like, I'd love to get all the analog gauges and everything like that,
would
working,
be cool.
and all of those things, and the crazy weird autopilot system on a 727, which is on the pedestal. Have a flight engineer. Could you imagine it? 3 of you in the flight deck and have somebody doing the flight engineer's role. It would mean that you wouldn't be able to operate it alone unless you could very easily swing, your seat and go to the engineer's panel.
You'd have to have like a fourth social sec.
Yeah. But I think a 727 sim, or again, like a TriStar sim or something like that, with an INS as well. Oh, that would just be, it would be so much fun to operate.
Just make sure I haven't missed any.
Yeah, that's true actually, Layth. Tollis are making an A340-600. I don't know how good it will be, but
Yes, I mean I've flown the black box for.
Oh, you
cool. Says RJ45 of BAE 145.
First aircraft I flew was a BAE 146 actually.
Nice. Maybe that's was a B17 for his home cockpit. Kira says Concorde sim. There is a Concorde sim at Brooklands, is it?
Yeah.
Is it Brooklands?
Don't know how good it is though.
Yeah. B707 for it. Wow, that is awesome, Sorensen. Oh, Chewwy, when we bankroll this TriStar sim? Someone says in the chat there.
That would be amazing. I think Johnny would get involved with that. RNAV 34.
Not ILS?
Yeah, correct.
Oh, can I get the ILS?
That's fine, it's okay. Yeah, RNAV 34, it'll be via IGROP, I would imagine.
Can I get you to transition just for your speed to 290 or maintain 290 knots, please?
And the minimum on that is 980, so we've got to be aware of that. That's higher minimums now.
Okay.
With the weather, so we'll just...
can you put some more weather for us?
Yeah, I'll grab that through now.
No, I'll just check everything in the box.
Yeah, so we'll just be concentrating just for a moment here, folks, just to... shall I get the ATIS as well? Or,
yeah. Just put it all.
Just because we've only got about 15 minutes now until top of descent. They're all in. So op max, that's giving us, Maverick at 2,100.
Apollo 73, Papa Alpha Charlie 73. Apollo 73, thank you. You can expect runway 34 in Edmonton, correction, Yellowknife.
I'm trying to think, was Ketlo part of our flight plan?
I'm just about to check that for you now.
That's something that I left in from the ILS.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
It is part of the flight plan.
So, should we link it up?
Yeah, I'll link it up.
Yeah.
There's a nice VNAV path down.
Yeah. So rounway length, it's 7,500 feet. I don't know what that is in meters though.
Information now, kilo.
Roger, we'll help you out. We can go up to 340.
METAR is the same METAR that I had earlier. Okay, information kilo, it's the same weather as before, mate.
Cool.
Not been a change in the last hour.
Good.
Now, what does the TAF say? Is TAF getting any better? No, TAF's getting worse.
Right.
Becoming overcast 800, which is actually below the minima, even for the ILS really. So yeah, at the minute, if we stay at overcast 1.5, we should be alright.
Yeah. So let's just have a look in terms of go around. I think then that's something that we're going to have to look at. So if we're doing the RNAV, go around, climb to 2,200, track 340, which is runway heading via Ducep to Alrex as required. Shuttle climb.
Shuttle climb?
I've got no idea what that means.
Quick climb, I guess.
Space shuttle climb, maybe? Who knows?
Maybe.
Clear of the tower.
So in terms of how we do that go around, well, we'll advanced throttles, one click, because it's only, I know it's a shuttle climb, but it's only 2,200 feet. We get there in no time in this thing. Less than a minute if we're at altitude.
So we'll need to be pretty hot on it.
Yeah, I'll call the go around flap 20, so straight up to the box. Positive climb, gear up, on the clean up on schedule. Following that procedure, just check, make sure I'm following it. If you see any deviation, call it straight away. That's the go around brief. Not much to do. Keep it simple. In terms of the weather, so what we're going to expect. So we're going to come down and approach. We're going to be coming down on the RNAV. If we keep on the current METAR that we have, we should come visual at vision time before the minima. The minima being 980, so probably about a couple of miles before the minima. Yeah, 600 feet early should be fine. The aircraft, nothing wrong. Obviously, anything to mention is a speed brake on landing. I'll try and pull it. If I forget, please just pull it as well. Yeah, I have a tendency to forget this. Too busy worrying about the centre line.
And reverse, what would you like? Idle?
We'll go for full max, just because of the snow.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't want to do too much manual braking, so I don't want to skid us. No TAMs, nothing to affect. We're doing it on RNAV rather than ILS, but to be fair, if the weather gets what the TAF's saying, neither matter. They'll both be quite difficult at minimum. And threats, well, we have snow on the runway. Anti-ice will be required if we have any caption come up. We'll keep an eye on that. The anti-ice will probably come on if we enter any cloud. Stopping distance will obviously be much greater on a snowy runway. If we switch to the ground plate, just have a sort of an idea where we think we're going to go. I just
you can expect from RNAV for runway 34 in Yellowknife via IGROP.
IGROP transition for the RNAV runway 34, speedbird 47 Charlie, thank you.
Yeah, so 3-4, as I said, yeah, very long runway. We can vacate Alpha or Hotel. We don't need to go crazy on the brake, especially on a snowy runway, so maybe Hotel might be a better shout, but we'll see how the auto brake does. If it gets us off at Alpha, gets us off at Alpha. And we need to find out, someone in the chat is a task for you, find out where Buffalo Park, on which apron, apron 1, 2, 3 or 4, let us know and we'll stick the plane by the hangar if it's
oh
space
yeah,
for us.
that's it, yeah, we need to park there, Buffalo.
So let us know what the where they park. That's the brief in terms of the aerodrome. We've gone through the threats. Is there anything you can think of at all?
No, we'll just need to keep on top of whether we want wing anti-ice as well.
Okay. Do you
I
have
think
any questions regarding anything we're going to do? How we're going to do it?
no, absolutely fine. It should be straightforward enough. We'll just revise things with the minima and see if we're fine.
Okay. So with 18 miles to go, I think I'll be happy to take a descent checklist if you are.
Yeah, that's fine. No problem at all. Descent checklist. Recall.
Is checked as expected.
Auto brake.
It's 4.
Landing data.
So 3141 VRF and a minimum of 980.
And the approach briefing.
Completed.
That's your descent checklist complete, sir.
Thank you.
Descend now, flight level 300, speedbird 47 Charlie.
Okay, Myra, does he have control?
Yeah, I have control.
Sunday 1 Victor Bravo, descend now, flight level 310.
310, Sunday 1 Victor Bravo.
Quite early on the...
Yeah, I'm wondering if I VS it, or shall I just go for it?
If you do VNAV, will that just sort of keep a nice gentle
so I can go into VNAV and go descend now, I think. And that'll go throttle VNAV speed.
That'll keep us on the path roughly, shouldn't it?
I think what it'll do is it'll keep us at 1,000 or so feet per minute.
Yeah.
Until it catches with the path, yeah.
Okay, no drama. Apron 3 is what everyone's saying.
Another thing to take note of is that we've got a big tailwind, potentially, you know, at the moment, so it might do a little bit more. Yeah, I'll revise it. It's looking like it's keeping a nice steady 1,000 or so feet per minute.
Yeah, 300 isn't the end of the world either. So yeah, apron 3, if we try to have a look where that is, if you got the ground plate, if you look on my iPad here if you want. Yeah. Very simple. Just come down on Bravo, And then it'll be a little apron there with a nice hanger. Hopefully we'll see the Buffalo logo on it lit up at night.
Yep. Cool. Sounds good to me.
Sweet. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Awesome. No pappies on the runway though.
Roger.
Obviously no glide slope, this will be purely visual. Great when you're on 1 hour sleep.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. How's everything looking on there?
Fine.
Yeah.
Qantas 100, don't know what my plans decided to do. If we somehow climbed up to slot 320,
Alright.
we'll extend back down to tight, I'll report maintain.
Center Rex 885, just be off comms in just 4 minutes. Qantas 100, roger that, that's
We're 220 miles from Yellowknife.
070
Right.
now, please, we're gonna
34 minutes from landing.
we're gonna get you around to the other side of the
See you later, Jamie, if you're heading off. Oh, really, Josh? Oh, that would be really
Jamie,
cool if
take
so.
care.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, that's awesome.
2 hours since we pushed back. All good.
Navy, actually, the thermal controls very well. We have the PAC's always running a fan in the cockpit to keep circulation going, and it's very cool in here. Obviously, with all the systems, you know, if you have your hand over these like RMPs, you feel the heat coming off them. You know,
Yeah.
these are real systems, but they generate a lot of heat, as you can imagine. But we have good ventilation and good.
Yeah, Gary has a 24,000 BTU air conditioning system in here.
Yeah.
So I'm usually cold in the sim.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a hoodie right now, and I'm at a
I don't
pretty
know why I always
comfortable
get cold in
temperature.
that seat. I think there's maybe
Yeah, I
an
think
inlet somewhere there.
yeah. So so if anything, I actually am usually cold in the flight deck rather than hot.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I'd much rather be.
Yeah, of
I
course.
think actually.
So yeah, we've begun our early descent into Yellowknife, about 30 minutes or so from landing. We sort of a quick chat with the chat about what we think we're going to do. We thought it was going to be an ILS, we were given an RNAV, not a big deal. It just means that obviously we won't have any glide path localized indication when it comes to going manually. But we'll be visual, it'll be a visual approach from there. Landing on runway 34, so for the northerly runway. We'll vacate near the end and go to the Buffalo Airways apron. If you watched Ice Pilots, it's a lovely series based on the airline that's based at Yellowknife. But if you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask us now. There is still a giveaway going on for this flight. We have a number of people in the pot now, so if you put your name in now, you probably get a 1 in 10 chance of winning. 1 in 12, something like that. You can win yourself a SoFlo guide to FS 2020 or Microsoft Flight Simulator.
That's perfect, thank you. And Qantas 1, key maintain.
Oh, I thought BTV was standard. I didn't know it was a
No, I didn't know that.
added feature.
Thank you. Qantas 100, negative Delta, Qantas 1. Sorry. Noise. Qantas 1, maintain Mac decimal 79er.
Qantas 1, maintain.
And there's 200 miles to go. Nice.
Great. We're looking good, mate. Looking good.
Still getting this lovely tailwind pushing us further as we do this gradual descent.
What's your Mac number, please?
Decimal 84 for Aussie 121.
Aussie 121, if you can maintain Mac decimal 84, that would be great.
Will do, Aussie 121.
Okay, that 148, can you maintain Mac decimal 82 for me, please?
Second, Peter, Mac decimal 8.
Oi, 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 oi. Oh.
Second, Peter, KLM 148 heavy.
KLM 148 heavy, can you maintain Mac decimal 82?
Right. So we should be down on the ground in about 30 minutes or so, saying, folks, we might get a direct. I would imagine we might get a direct here.
Probably from Bamps to Igrob.
Yeah. So that will help out on our path, but yeah, descending under VNAV speed at the moment. But because we're so low below the profile that the aircraft's dictated, it's chilling out, nice casual rate of descent. It's gone down to about 750 feet per minute for the descent rate right now, but I mean, we've got a 530 knot ground speed. So.
Go nation! Whoop, whoop.
runway fired. Goodbye.
Donation from Hornet again, £10. Ice Pilot NWT is a great show, worth following Mikey McBrien on Facebook.
Yeah, I follow him on Twitter actually.
Do you?
Very cool account. He does some salvaging of DC3s and that kind of stuff, which I think is awesome.
Wow.
It's so cool.
Thank you, Hornet. You've got a good chance of winning the giveaway, my friend, with all of those entries on this leg. Thank you, buddy.
Very much. When I was flying to New Zealand the first time, it was 24 hours of flying. I couldn't get a wink of sleep, so I watched, I think, all the episodes of Ice Pilots in that time, just to get me through. And I was so hyped for flying. I was like, yes, let's do it. Can't wait. We get a wind check. Wind here is 219 at 93 knots, so it's just diagonal off the tail, 93 knot tailwind. We're coming through flight level 310. We're only doing max 76 this level, but we're doing 500 knots across the ground. There is a guy we're saying to his level. I don't know if it's worth speeding up. I don't really know. We've got about 180 miles to go till the Yellowknife airport.
ATC seems quite happy at the moment, so...
A left quartering headwind. Ah, I see. Strange. This is PSX weather, so it's like different to what you get in active sky or other weather engines.
Installation 123, you can leave the flight there for 10 minutes. Let me, actually, if you can make it 5 minutes, 10 minutes is actually fine. Give me a call back when you're back, please. Britannia 767, descend flight level 280.
Want to go.
Flight level 280.
Checked.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, you can continue to descend flight level 280.
So flight level 280, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Tomjet 1 Victor Bravo, descend flight level 290.
I think that's them.
I think that's Verity, is it?
Is it?
In the
okay.
Actually, I don't know. He sees the infected actually. Let's have a look. Who is?
What's it? 101 landing.
We've seen Vasco.
Yeah.
Where
the
are we?
slow descent might not go against you. Let that aircraft warm up as you come down for a better chance of defeat. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is absolutely it. We're certainly going to be keeping a good look in terms of icing and things as we come down.
Yeah, there's a few guys ahead of us already giving it a go. Qantas 2-5 on the final there for 1-0. One of the teams. Britannia is ahead of us. And that is the Tom Jet 1 Victor, another one of the teams. Clipper.
Clipper 11, you can expect behind that runway 34 via ICRO.
Yeah, exactly. That
Oh,
rhyme.
hey, Pepper.
That rhyme.
Hope it's gone well, my dude.
Hello
Nice
from...
steady flow of traffic.
Nice. Yeah, you did a great job. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop.
Can't see a thing out the window.
Nothing but stars and the odd cloud.
Yeah, cannot see a thing. Well, Laythy baby, it's almost time. We've been looking forward to this approach. Are you ready?
I can't wait. I just hope I do it justice because I've been speaking about it for so long in the last few days.
I'm doing the approach, mate, so you just got to worry about getting it on the ground. Don't you worry.
I know.
We're going to do fine.
If you put me in a bad spot on the approach, I'll blame it all on you if I mess it up.
That's usually how it goes, though, isn't it? Blame it on the first officer.
Oh yeah, that's the whole point of the monitored approach. Captain's just found an excuse. Oh well, I can blame it on the FO. Let them do the approach. It's all their fault.
What if the captain does the approach?
Then, well, the FO can't talk shit about the captain. One of the teams definitely aren't graced with the mics you guys have. Yeah.
An hour and 40 airborne at the moment with about half an hour to go. Well, less than that, 20 minutes or so to go. That's pretty much bang on schedule.
Yep. 3 minutes early.
Yep.
That's how we do it.
How you doing, Brazuta? Good to see you.
Probably with the next controller, which will be in about
2 Ooh, big donation.
Go for it, buddy.
This is £50.
Whoa, my
from
gosh.
Phil Dowling. Since I made you descend so early, my penance. Ah, Phil, thank you very much for the donation. And no worries at all. We're still doing a great speed over the ground. But thank you so much.
Good.
You're doing a great job on centre. Edmonton Centre covers such a huge area.
Yeah.
It is massive.
Yeah.
They have probably the biggest sector of VATSIM, I think, outside of any flight service station.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that puts us to over £200 on this leg.
Yeah, we've had some
And
amazing donations.
It's like this is one of the awkward legs because it's really early in the morning, so the Europeans aren't getting up yet.
Yeah.
But the North Americans are starting to think about going to bed.
Yep.
So it's once ago. So it's awkward this leg. So the fact that we've still raised like 200 quid on this leg is phenomenal. Thank you so much, friends.
Thank you very much, Phil. Thanks.
You're on the stream on CYXY Tower. Awesome, Hornet. Hey, yeah, all good, Pursuiter. A little bit tired, but we're good.
Yes, Josh, binge watch it. You're going to love it. It's amazing. Do you remember any of the episodes? Do you remember what your favourite one might be?
Oh, God, no. I haven't watched it for a while, actually, I'll be honest with you. Go on, what's yours? I'm sure you've got a favourite.
I've got a couple, I think. One was when they were delivering the water bombers to Turkey, and one of the... they arrived in Turkey and they were doing a test flight with the local crew, and the local crew landed with the gear up, scraped down the runway, and then took off again, so they damaged the plane on delivery flight. Another one. Oh, maintain 290 knots, we put 47 Charlie. The other one was when I think there was an Electra being delivered from East Midlands?
Yes.
Or Birmingham? Or Coventry, it was Coventry actually.
Yeah.
And they were flying over back to Yellowknife. That was a very cool episode as well. There's so many. There's loads. They always seem to have a failure or two every now and then.
A long weekend, nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was a. I remember actually that episode when they sort of coming down the runway, scraping. The cameraman at the end of the runway filming is like, "Oh no!" And you just see him like running off, and the camera's like being grabbed as they're running off the runway. But yeah. The thing is, these things happen, you know, they're probably very saturated, they're brand new aircraft, you know, there's so many things going on in the head, and something distracts you when you normally put the gear down and you miss it. Without effective checks and checklists and all that kind of stuff, it's very easy for that kind of stuff to slip through the net.
Absolutely.
I mean, yesterday we had, so after Johnny's flight where he had to... 13285, so Johnny, thanks for your help and take care. Yep, 13285 Edmonton. Edmonton, good evening. So we have 47 Charlie, 54280 inbound BAMS.
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 47 Charlie, Edmonton Center, hello, this is 3000 Yellowknife for 290 Andy, RNA 34, same ground.
Okay, we'll send 3000 via the RNAV 34 via aircraft. So we have 47 Charlie and 2960, confirm? 2960, roger.
Right, we'll go approach checklist then, please.
Approach checklist. Altimeters.
Seconds.
VNAV. Ah.
Yeah, it went into VNAV alt mode, that's why it's risen. It's fine, let me just make sure that's back. Altimeter 2960 passing 27.9 now.
Approach check is complete. We are entering some clouds, so we'll keep an eye on. The cell's not started really yet.
Good on 3-4, you got transitions at time.
Cool. There we go, speed VNAV path now we've got. Good, that's fine.
Yeah, perfectly on path as well.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, it went into VNAV alt mode, which is why it suddenly rose, but luckily caught it. Just
Rised it.
Rised it.
Time to get some of the harness on.
Yeah, it's a good idea actually.
Should we strap in the packs? Got 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, let's do it a little bit early, I guess, just in case anything comes up. Why not?
In case we get any shortcut or anything. Yeah, it's gone a lot better than I thought. I thought with this little sleep I'd be absolutely like dead. I'd be there like, please just get us there. But actually I've had a great time.
Yeah.
We've had some good chat, we've had some good donations, some good controlling, some lovely flying. Now we've got to just round it off.
Seems to be missing. I'll have to get off then, we'll open the door.
See,
Hey PJ.
PJ, hello. Call its name. So, what I was trained to do, and what a lot of procedures are on most British carriers I've seen, is that as soon as you're given a QNH or given to flight level, you change at that point, because otherwise you're prone to forget.
Yeah.
Especially if something else comes up at 180, say the cabin crew come in or something, and you forget, and it's only on standard all the way down. You might have the caption on the PFD, you might not notice it. So our best practice is as soon as we hear it, as soon as we get told, bang, put it in. Don't forget it. But yeah, sometimes it's company preference as well sometimes. Why did my host not come through? Not sure. How exciting! Almost 100 miles away from Yellowknife.
Yep.
Whoop whoop. Yeah, about 20 minutes to landing there, guys. So, get yourselves your final drinks. Go for your loo break. And set yourself in for this.
A donation, Navy lands up £3.87 Great British pounds. Got to bump those chances. You're more than welcome to bump your chances as many times as you like. That goes into the pot of pleasure, the urn of joy. Thank you for the donation.
Thank you very much. I'm not SP, but only private IPC. Oh, okay, nice. I imagine that was like $5, was that? Probably with the conversion.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Where are they going next? Where are they going from Yellowknife? Is it?
Edmonton.
Edmonton, okay.
And then Edmonton, Seattle.
Nice. I think I rejoin in the afternoon to go to LAX.
Oh.
With Mr. Weddle, I think.
47 Charlie, direct aircraft.
Yes, direct aircraft, 47 Charlie. Get in.
Yes, sir, 20
Yeah, beauty.
Let's see how we're doing on profile now. How we got? That's still 85 miles. I'm going to use a little bit of that, I think.
Yeah, we're just a little bit below, but we will need to slow down at some point as well. So, nice.
Take it at or above 3,000 and clear ILS 34 approach.
When you need it to, this thing can drop. Professional know-it-all. PKIA, I like that. There's that. It's important until you find it. Yeah. Damn. Well, thanks for hosting, APJ. 2000 showed up.
Sorry, APJ, there's nothing really we can do about that whilst we're flying the aircraft, dude.
Yep.
Edmonton, good morning. Flipper 11, descending flight level 280.
Oh, they've sorted their mics.
Flipper 811 at center, hello, descend at 3,000. Yellowknife with number 2960, plan the RNAV 34 main
Oh, no.
You jinxed it.
Good morning, fellas.
34,
Radio navigation. Put on your CV, Masters A300. It's an impressive feat, I tell you. Any employer would be impressed to see that on there. Looking quite good on profile.
Edmonton Center, good afternoon, WestJet 101 level 280. The cockpit is full of tears, we're going way too slow.
What?
Question 101 Edmonton Center, roger. Not much I can do for you on that one. Get you in pretty soon here. Okay, is that 1010, 10,000, Yellowknife with number 2960.
I think towers.
Quiet, just verify descent to maintain 10,000 for WestJet 101.
Study the FCOM, nice, Josh.
This tower's a tiny bit quiet, but I'll just turn them up here. Trouble is, I turn the tower all the way up, and then you get clipper, like,
yeah.
I
I wish there was a compression effect on that sim where it would even it all out, but
it's better than the old codec, that's all we've got to remember.
oh god, yeah.
Yeah. I got bored and studied the FCOM. Nice, Josh.
Yes, sir, 20, if I didn't give it to you, kind of tower warning.
But at some point that wind is going to swing round.
Yep. I hope so.
Now is the time that I'm just going to start looking out for clouds and stuff like that, see if we're going to be starting to go through
well,
things.
I mean, it's still on auto, normally it knows when to put the sail, and that's sort of indication when to put the wing on.
Yeah.
It is minus 16, but you tend to get more ice around below so between -2, -4, that kind of area. So it's kind of weird to say, but it could be too cold for the ice to actually form. What's the top set tonight? of cloud, I think. Top of the cloud is about 18, 19,000. I'm not sure if that's what you're asking.
What's your 101, verify we're maintaining a 06 you're at.
Just 101, correct. I'm going to loop you back around to your airport the other way here.
What's your 101, sounds like plan, I trust you.
What's your 101, plan to ILS 34 for now.
ILS 34, exciting.
Can you see it?
I wonder if we're going to switch on the ILS-34. Yeah, I'd be sure.
Is that what they're doing for everyone?
Well, somebody just got the ILS-34, but other people are getting the RNAV. I don't know if the minimum's changed, if the weather's done anything.
4 Center Charlie cross saber at or above 3,000 cleared, RNAV 34 approach.
Cross IGROP at or above 3,000, cleared RNAV 34 approach, 47 Charlie. And do you have the latest cloud base? Okay, roger.
Oh, look at that wind swing.
Yeah,
There
I
it
just saw
is.
that. Must have passed through through like an inversion layer or something. So you said IGROP at or above 3,000.
Yep, and that's in the box, and we're on profile still.
Sweet. He got the ILS-34 because of the VIP status.
Oh, I see. I see.
You paid them off. Temperature's pretty steady around -16.
Yeah.
No
keep
sign of
an
any
eye on it,
nacelle stuff.
But we're okay.
Okay.
545 contact star 18.5 today.
For you, good job.
Nice. Alright, just a quick recap. We think we should be okay with seeing the runway. But we're aware what to do in the event we go around, and then if we need to go around, we'll just request the ILS, and we'll do an anti-FAF descent below minima.
Correct.
MSA wise it's 2-2, so it's okay. We're fine.
280 checking in.
Milk 7, Yellowknife, Evanston Center, hello. Send 3,000 Yellowknife, Center 2960. Plan ER now 34 for Megaram.
The elevation of the airport is 680 feet.
Yeah.
Didn't mention that.
Yeah. So, Barrow 980 is actually only 300 feet.
Okay.
So, you know.
Oh, so that's a bit easy then, yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas this stuff here is the above ground.
Yeah.
It's 900. So actually, yeah, that's 300 feet above ground. My brain was not working on
Don't worry,
these.
that's fine. It's 5 o'clock. Well, it's now 6:30 in the morning.
Okay,
but
now I
still.
know.
Yeah.
We'll probably see the runway.
Yeah. I think if there was any worry about that, they would have put us on the ILS. Yeah. Coins kind of vector is going up. Yeah. Good to know. Good to know.
Victor Bravo, if it helps, I can get you a quick road to the ILS here.
Take up contact 1 Victor Bravo.
Contact 1 Victor Bravo, get you in pretty quickly here with the ILS. Can you accept that?
Yeah, can do. Contact 1 Victor Bravo.
Contact 1 Victor Bravo, turn left heading 070.
070, contact 1 Victor Bravo.
As we tend to Maverick, should be about, not Maverick, sorry, at OMTAX, about 10.5 mile final. So just for reference with speeds and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, I might take, just for that turn, because it's actually, I might take flap 10 a little bit early just before we make the turn, I think.
Yeah, sounds good.
Just call it a little bit earlier than the gates that are on there. I'd rather not overshoot that turn if we can help it. Yeah.
Shadow Mike Gaming, nice. Hopefully it's a non-event approach from me. Should be good.
Don't have an ILS approach, yeah.
Yeah. But we can do either, no big deal. But once we pass 1900 feet, you can bug it back to the missed approach. I think.
Which is 2-2, yeah, sorry.
So also 300 feet clear of that. It would just keep getting down the approach and
yep.
believe that's how it works.
You're waiting to backtrack 3-4. Are they actually backtracking people, or are you not doing grassway taxis? Surely we're gonna
just request grass.
Yeah, just request the grass taxiway to holding point
golf.
3-4. Yeah. I would have thought once the traffic catches up, they're gonna have to do that.
Oh, they will.
Yeah, if they're doing backtracks for the whole of Worldflight, that's not going to work.
767, how long on this heading?
10s, please.
10 checks.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, wow, those on. Shall I just...
Yeah. John, turn us on now? Or wait for the gear?
Yeah, go for it. Why the heck not? Whack it all on.
Can you see us out there? Anyone? Oh, I can see a bit of ground actually, just at the bottom of the cloud. I'm going to switch to terrain my side if you want to keep weather on yours. Oh, you got terrain on yours actually. No, that's fine. Keep it as it is. As long as we're aware of where terrain is. Togue on the grass.
210 knots, that's on jet 1 Victor Bravo.
Center speedboat, Sun Mike 4000.
Oh, that was very nice.
Britannia 767, how long on this heading?
Britannia 767, just a little bit longer. I got with you in because the breathing is not working.
Very tired, Britannia, I think. We're all quite tired, yeah. Where have they gone?
This is speedboat, Sun Mike, how do you copy? Kiwi 752, turn right, heading 080.
Where are these guys going? Some guy's really far up north there.
Oh, really?
Oh, look at Britannia. Look where he's going.
Going backwards.
6,000 feet.
Oh.
Rising 080, I think our low altitude make it a bit hard to hear you.
I mean, they are an official team as well. They're going miles backwards. Poor guys. Sorry, fellas.
Santa Connor 357, level 4000, heading 100.
Right, all looking good at the moment, folks. Still nothing on the anti-ice coming through, is there?
Yeah,
right
I think
now,
we'll be alright, to be honest. We'll keep an eye on it. It'll tell us if we need it.
Absolutely.
Stuck in a soft holding pattern. Yeah, poor guys. Well, they're on the same time zone as us, so they're probably feeling the effects of a 6 AM landing as well. Oh, hello.
I want to put some wing outs on here in a minute, maybe we'll see. That is, wow, I've never seen that before in the sim. I want to get a picture of that.
It's a bit like the Star Wars.
Yeah, I know I'm flying the approach, but I need to get a picture of that. It does, yeah, it has flap speeds on the ND. It's only a recent addition, actually.
Say again, IGRAP?
Yeah, it does, yeah. Is it new?
Relatively, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't here for last year's Worldflight. Only been the last few months.
Well, these ones, the up and 1, 5.
Like 221, flat 1, 201, flat 5, 181, all of that, yeah. That's,
oh, that one, oh, I've not seen that actually.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that.
Yeah. It's very helpful.
That is awesome.
I mean, they're only a guide, you know.
Yeah. I didn't notice that. I was thinking of this, or the PFD, I was like, I've seen that before. Is that what the VNAV will do, will bug those speeds at that point, or is that what telling you should do that?
I think it, well, we'll see. It's just a guide. It will do it itself, I think, if you leave the window closed.
Okay.
VNAV path. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it should do in VNAV path mode, I think it will.
That's an Emma's fired. No, we just have the snow coming through.
Snow, yeah.
Still no anti-ice, and it's starting to go now.
That's interesting. It stopped on one, but not on the others. Oh my god.
Have we been clear for the RNAV?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. Here, we could bug all this to minima, I think, and shouldn't it follow it?
185, Layth.
185, 347 Charlie, see ya.
Not too sure what's going on there. I think it's just the weather software being weird.
Yeah. Yellowknife Tower, good evening, 47 Charlie, inbound, drop on nav 34.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, Yellowknife Tower, hello, number 1, wind 350 at 7, runway 34, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 34, Speedbird 47 Charlie, thanks.
That one, please.
And clear, we have flaps 1.
Yeah, that's a little bit disconcerting that we can't see what's going on out the front.
Montos enter Argentina 501.
But has it gone black or is it just the snow that stopped?
I don't know.
Last aircraft calling.
I can't see anything.
Oh, we'll find out.
I'm worried that it's crashed.
Gary is awake, I think.
I don't know if he is.
He's flying after us, so
Okay.
we'll see.
External cam shows the same. What? Nothing? Oh. That's not good then.
Let's see.
External shows snow. Okay.
Well, the lights are already on, aren't they? So let's continue configuring. If we can't see the runway, we'll do a get around and we'll sort it out.
Flat 5, please.
Flaps 5. We have a glide path.
Yeah.
We bugged the ILS as well. Is that what we did?
No, I think it does
I
automatically.
think it did it because we had the ILS in first thing for the RNO after. I'm going to leave it as a guide. Nothing wrong with it. I'll leave it in there.
Yeah.
Qantas 999er, the wind 030 at 10, gusting 16.
Hey Dan.
Runway 34, clear for takeoff. Departure.
Hello, morning.
Airborne.
Yeah, it's quite dark,
please.
isn't it? Flaps. Oh, it's already in 10.
That's 13285 on airborne.
Right, we can go 2-1 now. That we're through Grop. Yeah.
No, I think I see cloud.
I think I can see something. Yeah, I think we're alright. I think it's just because it is so dark.
Yeah.
Alaska 7130, Yellowknife Tower, just been informed there's a small delay on departures off 10. I will let you know.
Sounds good. Let us know if it's going to be more than 10-15 minutes. We'll shut that engine down. Alaska 7130.
Alaska 7130.
As we come down the approach, I think we'll lose the wing anti-ice just to keep that extra power. And then I think when it tells us we'll use it, but I think if it's not saying anything, we'll hope the Queen knows what she wants.
20 Whiskey Foxtrot.
Right, let's go around heading.
There you go, it's working on the main.
That's done it, yeah.
That's the next one behind. Whiskey Foxtrot, runway 34 is 7,500 feet.
I was asking the distance between the next arriving and the one behind.
That looks about right. Where we
are.
Backtrack.
Yeah, no, it should be a while. There's a lot of planes following the 47 Charlie.
You want to get in then first try?
Yep.
I think that's what we're saying. Get down flap 20, please.
Get down.
Qantas 999er, flight runway heading
20.
Climb 4000, contact departure 13285.
4000 for the runway heading. Qantas 999.
Plan is to try and get the auto brake in as long as possible on the ground roll.
Brad 11, 1 mile to run, E-drop on the RNAV, runway 34.
Left aircraft calling Yellowknife Tower, say again.
Brad 11, E-drop this time on the RNAV, runway 34.
I think if we wind it now down to minima, should be good to just go down on the approach.
Number 2.
Oh, sorry?
I think if you just wind it down to the minima, should be okay now. I reckon. She can go below 2-1, I think, because of the VNAV path, or yeah.
I'll leave it there for now.
I see some snowy plains, the coast. No runway though.
No runway.
And Speedbird 47 Charlie,
Disregarding.
With pleasure.
With extreme pleasure. Okay. Whew.
Probably slowed down a little bit early, but it's fine.
Okay. Alright, on precision approach.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with being early configured.
And yeah, flap 30, please.
Flap 30. I think I see a runway lead in light in the distance.
Roger.
Flap 30. You have
146.
Yeah. And then we're passing Max 6 should start coming down now on the. Come on, have a look at this. Whew, I'm hyped.
You ready, mate?
Time for bed now.
What?
Can't leave us now.
Alaska 7130
We're on final.
We're here, Alaska.
Wish us luck, folks. Here we go.
Yeah, center's pretty congested right now. Should be at least 10 minutes. If you want to shut down, then I'll give you a shout out in a few minutes to get going again.
Yeah, we'll shut engine 2 down, thanks, sir.
And landing checklist, please.
Landing checklist. So, speed brakes.
Not armed.
Landing gear.
Is down. Flaps. 30.
Cabin report.
Has been received.
Landing check is complete. Landing clearance we have.
Yep, that's 1,000. You happy?
Yep. Stable visual. I have control.
You have control.
I can't even get a word him over the coordination channels.
Okay. Flight directors off, please.
Flight directors off.
To the right there, so I think I might get a NAF score.
Okay, you're fine on the localizer?
Last aircraft calling loud and clear.
Thank you.
Donation.
You can read it if you like.
I'll just read it afterwards.
Yellowknife private tank confirmed by hosting
Continue.
for runway 34.
Tango November 330, roger. Should be a 10-15 minute delay. You can shut down if you need to.
Confirm.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Oh. No. What?
A little bit too much. I think we're
Yeah.
alright. Speed brakes up. Reverse as normal. It's fine. We'll get off at the end.
Yeah, I think it's blocked here anyway.
Yeah, you're good, mate.
47 Charlie, welcome to Yellowknife. Taxi all the way to the end. Right turn hotel. Contact ground 1219er.
Taxi all the way to the
Forward idle.
end. Left. Sorry, right on hotel and ground 1219. Speedbird 47 Charlie. Thanks.
Good luck, guys.
There we go. Well done, mate.
I think I saw the nose drop there, so I sort of panicked, but it's
Yeah,
alright. We're
no,
down.
you're okay, mate. You're good.
You can clean up whenever you like.
Yep.
Gonna feel on the right at hotel. We want apron 3.
Flight plan route. Departure runway now 10. The balance is unchanged.
Donation.
And,
DJ Panther, £10. Top-notch timing. Panther, thank you very much indeed, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, buddy. That's going in the pot. We'll pull the winner once we're down on stand. And engine shut off. Thanks, buddy. Ground, hello, Speedbird 47 Charlie, vacated 34 on hotel, requesting apron 3, please, if possible.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, look at me, I'm on Synfest stream, Mom. You can continue via the apron, and if you can merge back onto Bravo around all the traffic, Buffalo Joe is waiting for you at apron 3.
Apron 3 to see Buffalo Joe for
Awesome.
Speedbird 47
They will
Charlie.
thread the needle
Thanks
and go
very
around
much.
the 320.
Yeah, mate, yeah, that's fine.
to see you, mate.
Look at the Antonov.
225. Or 124.
I think it's a 124.
I want to ask which direction after airborne?
Taxiway grass?
You'll work that out with
Yeah, taxiway grass, correct.
Okay, welcome. We'll check the both then.
Planes everywhere.
They're going to have fun getting out of here.
Airport 158 to Yellowknife.
Maybe a slight fafet.
Airport 158, go ahead.
Oh, I see the Buffalo hangar.
Hope you enjoyed that one, folks.
Portugal 158, sorry, was that push and start?
You can always watch it back on the high. Or
yeah, you can literally watch that landing back now. If you click on the videos tab on Twitch, you can watch the landing back now.
You got the APU running. Awesome.
APUs, yeah.
Sweet.
Air Portugal 158, push and start is approved. Call me for taxi.
Buffalo Joe. That much taking the grass facing the. Basically, should we go up there, then turn back on ourselves?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good.
Up there.
Look towards this direction, so maybe they can even taxi straight out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, swing it around.
I think technically this is apron 3, but there is a plane there already, so we'll.
Hey, Bud Rock, we're really well, thank you. How you doing? Landing score. Yeah, there wasn't a landing score that's come up on that
Let's
one.
get a photo of this. Buffalo Hangar.
Wait.
You're waiting ages for this.
It's taxi slow, go slow. And I'll try and get a picture for you. Oh wait, it's just gone out of sight. No, don't move. Just stop. Oh wait, fine. I'll have to do it here. Right now, yeah, go for it again. There we go, success. Great. It kept going. I was like, ah.
It is printing something.
Oh, it has printed it.
Boy.
Oh.
Good day, Clipper.
0.
Just vacating onto hotel. Chris, take you to parking.
21.8.
Yeah, it's a float. And probably centile as well.
Centerline offset was minus 13 meters.
Yeah, so I thought it was to the right.
Yeah, your threshold distance was 3,265 feet, which I believe is exactly halfway down.
Oh, there we go.
To be fair, it's not that bad.
I think it's because the localized obviously was way on.
Your pitch and stuff like that's alright. Your speed deviation was perfect, so.
Clipper 811, thank you.
Right, wipe those off. That looks good to me. I mean, our wings in the thing, but yeah, that's good to me there.
That's Tiller then.
Yeah.
Brakes are set.
Okay, APU's running.
Keep the nose high with the grass, yeah.
Happy?
Yes, shut down, please.
Shut down.
Sweet.
Oh, I forgot. Cabin crew doors to manual, please. Thanks for your hard work.
PA. That one, I think.
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it was cabin. Either which way one it is, cabin crew doors to manual. Thanks.
Sweet. And whenever you'd like, shut down checklist, please. Brian the pilot, thanks for your Twitch Prime. Very glad to give my month such a great charity. Great job, guys. Keep it up. Thank you very much.
Thanks, you,
Brian.
Dude. Okay, shutdown checklist. Parking brake.
Set.
Hydraulic demand pumps.
Off.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Beacon.
Is off.
Doors.
Manual.
Fuel control switches.
Cut off.
Transponder.
Is off 2000.
And finally the seatbelt sign.
Off.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Yellowknife. We did it, Layth. We've been looking forward to this one.
Awesome.
And we're bang on schedule. Block time, 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Perfect.
And we're bang on. We wanted to get here at 6:40.
6:44 on the gate.
We got here bang on schedule. So next it's up to Edmonton, which should be really good fun.
Awesome scenery.
Yeah, it should be really good fun. I'm really looking forward to that. So it's out of Yellowknife to Edmonton. It's probably going to be pretty crazy on departure with a small apron and this amount of traffic. So the next crew will most likely be in relatively quickly to ensure that we keep to schedule. But that's it from me and Layth. Apart from,
we have
please may I pull out the winner because I've not pulled out a winner yet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So this is for what?
This is for a SoFly Microsoft Flight Simulator guide.
Yeah.
And the winner is Hornet 9711. Yes, he donated quite a few. We never root for people, but Hornet did donate a number of times there.
Yeah. A couple of big donations as well.
Absolutely, some really great donations. Hornet 9711, you are the winner. There
Congratulations,
you go,
Hornet.
in chat as well.
There he is, Hornet. Congrats to you. Everyone else, thank you very much for tuning in for this sector. It's been amazing. I've had 1 hour sleep, but it's been great. I haven't felt tired at all.
Yeah.
And hope to see you all later on.
Yeah,
I'll be back at 4. Chewwy, I don't know when you're back.
I'm back after the next flight, so I'm doing Edmonton to Seattle. So I'll be back in about 10 a.m, so about 3 hours from now. All right, so enjoy the flight to Edmonton. We'll stick it on the turnaround screen, and yeah, see you in a bit, folks.
Take care, guys.
Cheers,
bye.
Thanks.
Flight plan route. Departure runway will be 10 squawk 7324.
Get Edmonton via Yellowknife to departure out of runway 10 squawk 7324 for Conrad 720.
Condor 720, the readback is correct. Information mic is current. Start it.